Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house or in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, homegirl? What's up, Mel? How you doing? What's up, boo? How is everybody doing today? Make sure y'all like and share the video on the way in, please, and thank you very much. Also, please feel free to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell if you happen to be new here. And of course, feel free to donate to the platform, $, the hood table 402, or to the super chat to donate to the goals. What's up? Hey, Carla, how you boo? How you enjoying all this snow, honey? Man, Carla, I was up on here the other day telling my supporters and shit, all the snow we was about to be getting. They said up to 6 inches. That's what Bill said. And we got up to 9 inches. We actually got across the area. The metro area and surrounding areas, they said it was 6 to 9 inches. 6 to 9 inches. But the thing about it was the snow was actually kind of light. It was light and fluffy, because last night when I went outside, because I saw how high it was getting, I was like, okay, my sons ain't here. Of course, I can call them tomorrow, or I can call somebody to come shovel. I was like, you know what? Let me get my butt out here and see what I can do. So I went outside with my shovel, and I was like literally just pushing the whole thing all the way down the sidewalk. That's how light the shit was. Then I throw it to the side. Then I went back and threw some more to the side. I swear, I was like, and then the funny part was, you know how snow can be heavy sometimes, and it can be hard to shovel. So I popped the 500 before I went out there, just in case. I was like, I ain't trying to get my back sore. So I'm thinking I'm about to do some real manual shit, but it was so light and fluffy. I was just tossing that shit to the side. And then this morning when I woke up, I said, oh, okay, I still feel good. Well, maybe it'll hit me later, like a car wreck. And so I popped another 500 just in case. And all today, nothing. I'm like, oh shit. And then why, Carla, I saw people posting on Facebook who was shoveling snow today. I was like, shoveling snow? The shit damn near melted already on my sidewalk and in my driveway. I wish I would. Matter of fact, while I was working, I was on phone calls today. So while I was working, a little boy, looked like maybe 13, 14, walking around trying to get some money, shoveling snow. And I saw him walk down the street, like, looked like he was going away from my house. And next thing I know, I'm looking through my office windows, and I see him climbing up my stairs. I hurried up and tapped on that window real hard. And I was like, cut it. You know how you move your hand across your throat? I wasn't trying to be rude, but I had a caller on the line, and if he would have rung my doorbell, because I got 2 doorbells. I got the Ring doorbell, and then I got the house doorbell. And some people, they ring both of them motherfuckers because they don't know which one worked. I'm like, I can't be having ding dong over here, ring going off over here, and I'm on a fucking phone call. So I was just like, no. And he just looked at me, and he just walked the other way. I was like, oh, shit. I hope I didn't hurt his feelings. But even if I wasn't on the phone or working, I wouldn't have had him do it anyway, because every time I looked outside, more and more was melting away. So as soon as that snow got here, the very next day, today, it was sunny out and a lot of it melted. It's not all gone, but it's slowly melting away. So probably by tomorrow or a few days, the snow will be gone, at least off the sidewalks. Of course, not off the grass, because we did get up to 9 inches. And I didn't measure the shit in my yard. So I didn't measure it, but it looked like it was at least six or more. But yeah. So anyway, now y'all know when I was on my live yesterday, at the end of the live, I didn't get off abruptly because my son was okay and his homies was coming to pick him up. But you know, when I put y'all on hold for like 5 or something minutes, and I came back and told y'all that my son had slid down the hill, got in a wreck, tore his car up. He couldn't move the car because the steering wheel just kept spinning and spinning and spinning because he ran up on a curb really hard and he thought he messed up his alignment. But then some fellas was in my chat yesterday and one of them was Riggs. And I was like, y'all, what do this sound like? Because I ain't never heard of no shit. The steering wheel just spinning, 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 and the tires won't spin. So Riggs said it was his front end. I think Riggs said it was the front end suspension or something like that. So yeah, you know what, Mel? It was a good thing he's off of work today and he's off Saturday. Both my sons work damn near the same shift. They used to work at the same job, but then my oldest son, he started working somewhere else, which is farther away, but they still work similar shifts. And they do kind of like the same type of work, like forklift and other things like that in a warehouse. And so they both are also off on Fridays and Saturdays. So they have pretty good jobs, make pretty good money, off on Fridays and Saturdays. But the downside is most holidays they have to work. And like Thanksgiving and Christmas, they can go in early at like 9 or 10, but they still don't get off to like 6 or 7 because they work long hours. So that's the downside. So a lot of these holidays that y'all see, if y'all been following me a long time, y'all know I normally go real big on like Thanksgiving, Christmas, shit like that. But being my boys work, most of the day, it's like fuck. So most Christmas and Thanksgiving, I'm at my godmom's house and they just meet us over there after they get off of work. Cause I'm like, I don't want to be having no shit over my house and I'm cooking all day. Then I got to tell everybody, oh, you got to wait till 6 or 7 for my boys to walk through the door. So I just take takes desserts over to my godmom house and I do that over there. And all the summer holidays I still do over here, all the summer shit, because we be turning up in the summertime. And my boys, most of the time they be off on the summer holidays. So that's what's up with that. But thank you for thinking about him today, Mel. He's kind of down because the car is down, but he's safe. It could have been worse. He could have been injured. He could have injured somebody else. So he's safe. He's fine. That's all I care about. Fuck that down SUV. And he got insurance, but the car is in the shop because our mechanic, I hit him up last night. He said he was going to go look at it, but he wouldn't be able to tow it till this morning because they had to, what do they call it? They had to winch it. Do y'all know what that means? I didn't know what the fuck dude was talking about. And it's been my mechanic forever. But he said when he went to pick it up today, he said we had to winch it. And I said, what do you mean winch it? And he said, well, it's not movable because the alignment and the front end is messed up. So you know how they like use that metal rope or whatever and they pull like cars out the water or pull cars out the snow or something? That's what they had to do to get it up on the truck. To get it on the tow truck. I was like, oh, that's what y'all call it? Yes, cars can be replaced, but not a human life. So I'm so thankful that my oldest son, yes, that was kind of scary. And then I was like, damn, should I brave myself out there and try to go get him? He was like, Mom, my homies is on the way. Do not leave the house. And I was like, okay, I'm going to end my live in a minute anyway, just in case. He was like, my homies, it's okay. He said, if I have to walk home, Mom, I'll walk, because he wasn't that far from his house anyway, because he was on his way to work. So it probably would have took him about 20 minutes to walk in the snow to his crib because he was that close. And he was like, Mom, do not come out here in this shit. So I stayed my ass right here. But what up, Room Shaker? How you doing? Yes, I've never heard of winching before either, but I'm sure some guys, if they up in the clouds or whatever, they might know what that means, from a tow truck point of view. But hey, Room Shaker, how you doing, love? Okay, so that's on that. Let's get to this pulling up in a motherfucker. You know what? I ain't never heard nobody pull up in a motherfucking Uber or a Lyft or anything like that. Like, we done pulled up on motherfuckers before. Hey, I'm sure some of y'all have too. Ain't never did it over no YouTube shit. But we pulled up on motherfuckers before. You know, when you're young, you pull up on foots. Maybe a bike, maybe a scooter. And then the older you get, you know, you get cars and things like that. But I ain't never known somebody to pull up in a Uber or a Lyft. This nigga. Now, first I thought it was a play, and I don't know. I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. But I guess this audio pope, from what I understand, and if anybody else can get more details, feel free to hit the link. But I guess this audio pope, from what I understand, I don't know if he was into it with Lemon already, because you know I can't watch all them long ass lives. I don't see everything. But evidently, Canola had hit Lemon up on IG, and he wanted to show him something. So when Lemon checked his IG, it was, I guess, some criminal records or criminal history or some past criminal something on audio. And so I don't know if Lemon read the shit or showed the shit or not, but from what I gather, audio got upset. And allegedly, Lemon said he was coming out to his stomping grounds to not only fight him, but he said that he had a weapon on him and he was coming to unalive him. Am I hearing this right? Mel, that's beyond crazy. Like that. First of all, when that nigga said he paid $130, did he say 100? Where are my notes? Did he say he paid $130 to go fight Lemon? He paid 100. He said it don't matter how I got there. Just get here when you can. He said it don't matter how he got there. He paid $130 to pull up on Lemon, and he never. What? You know what? See, that's why a lot of times we be thinking y'all running motherfucking plays. Ain't no way. I don't care how much money I got in my pocketbook or in my bank account. And audio was like $130. That's my weed money. You know, I can put that on a new pair of forces. That's my, you know, like it ain't nothing. Like, people is really struggling these days. People losing jobs, homes. The economy is all upside down, topsy-turvy. So, you know, to some people, $130 might not be a lot. And to some people, that $130 might make or break where they reside. You know, it might be on the car payment, you know, car about to get repoed without that $130 added on to whatever else it costs for them to pay their car payment. But he was like, $130, that ain't shit. Now, it might not be a lot of money to a lot of people, but Pastor J, ain't no way I'm paying no $130 to go over to another city, to go to somebody's house and fight them. But not only did you not fight, not only did they ain't even approach the man, but you was just doing some recording, showing people, yeah, this is where he lived, this is the college over here, over there is some undercover police, over here is this, and then you went back home? $130? See, that's why some people be thinking, you know, people running plays. Now, people was upset because Lemon kept going outside. Lemon was on camera. He was going outside. He went out there like 2, 3, 11 times looking for audio. And Lemon said it was like on his side apartment, there's like, because Lemon was on live, he was showing you like, you know, going down his stairs, going out to the sidewalk, stuff like that. And then I guess it's like a gate. But Lemon said the gates is broke on both sides of the apartment, so anybody could get in. But audio stayed on the outside of the gate on the other side of Lemon's apartment. Man, like I said, a lot of us have pulled up on somebody before when we were younger. All of y'all ain't. All of us ain't saved, though. We weren't all saved. You know what I'm saying? We were out there thumping. Okay, but ain't no way in hell if I'm really coming to fight somebody, I'm gonna spend $130 and not even get a lick, not even paint you. Child, he could have took that money with the. It was Audio the one who spent the money on an Uber or a Lyft to go to Lemon's house last night. And he wanted to fight Lemon. And he came to his apartment and Lemon said, I didn't even see Audio's video until the next morning. He said, but looking at his video, yep, he was outside my apartment, but he was on the other side of the apartment. And Lemon kept coming outside through his apartment. And Lemon was walking up the cars. Are you an Uber? Are you a Lyft? Did you bring somebody up here named Slinky from Toy Story? Why I was hollering? What? Why I was hollering? Because every time Lemon say Slinky. Now, in the past, I never knew who the fuck Lemon was talking about, right? In the past, I never knew who Lemon was talking about when he say Slinky. And now I know who it is. Child, y'all these damn nicknames. He said he could have purchased 2K. Pastor J, don't tell them that lie. You can't purchase one cake from me for $130. Don't tell them that lie, Pastor. Don't tell them that lie. My cheapest cake is like $150. That's one cake. That last order that I showed y'all with all the rhinestones and the silver and shit, that cake right there was $200. That cake was $200. And the cupcakes, I threw in the cupcakes for like, I think $75 or something. I threw in the cupcakes for like $75. But yeah, no, you can't get no cake from me for $130. Shit. And I charge myself like $25 an hour to make a cake. And then I got to charge you for the supplies and the ingredients and delivery. Nah, not for $130, baby. Not for $130. No. Yeah, when Lemon said, and the gates be broke, he said the gates broke. But I'm just tripping because he caught a motherfucking Uber out there or a Lyft. You just paid $130 to go window shopping. That's literally what you did. You paid $130 to go window shopping and then turned around and went back home without nothing. And then some people's like, well, Lemon, you know, it really ain't nobody won because then nobody fight. But they was like, well, at least Lemon went out there, not once, not twice, but 3 times, you know, trying to find where Audio was. And they was like, well, at least Audio drove out there, and you know, at least he drove out there. But I'm like, I'm gonna sit if I'm gonna pay $130 to come fight you. I'm gonna walk around that whole motherfucking apartment. I'm gonna walk around. I'm like, hold on, Uber driver. It's only gonna take us like 20 minutes. 20 minutes to fight. I'm on the clock. I know I'm on the clock. I'm gonna have to go find him. We go fight. Who the who? I mean, I don't understand why they couldn't connect. I don't know. Because it didn't seem like the apartment complex is truly that grand where, you know, he was like, he's on this side, I'm on this side. He said, but then he's had to pay more going back. I don't know. I'm no joke. I'm not sure. I thought it was 130 altogether, like 65 there and 65 back. That's how I thought it was. But please don't tell me he paid 130 just to get there. And then he had to, see, I thought it was 130 round trip. Let me know something, because if you tell me it was 130 going there and 130 going back, now for that money you can buy a cake from me. But that's just crazy. Just crazy. I don't know, just crazy. And then I guess Landlord and Audio got something going on too, because Landlord hit Lemon's panel talking about he's out there in PA somewhere by Audio's peoples or family or something. So he talking about tell Audio's people to come meet him. I'm like, y'all is crazy. Y'all is really crazy. Y'all meeting up with people over some YouTube bullshit. Like, y'all risking y'all life and y'all freedom over some YouTube bullshit. That is crazy. Y'all too old for that. Landlord, I'm gonna need your ass to stay right at home, child. Stay right at home. Okay. Now I know some of y'all fellas out there, y'all ride it, you know, stuff like that. Shit, I used to be too, but that was in my younger years. Ain't no way I'm gonna be ride it. The only time I fight to this day is if somebody push me, if somebody put their hands on me. Now, if somebody put their hands on me or something like that, of course I'm gonna whoop their ass. But I'm not, I'm too old. I'm a whole grandma. Like my sister say, I'm a whole grandma. I'm a whole yaya. Shit, I wish the fuck I would. I ain't please. I told you I'm only going to jail over my sons, my children, my grandchildren. Then the only ones. I ain't going to jail over none of y'all motherfuckers. Not on YouTube. Shit, not even here on my streets. Like, no, that shit went out the door like years ago. That is crazy to me. You said it is ridiculous. I'm no joke. Totally ridiculous. You said shredded. If I was a driver, I would have left. You said you would have left. You said he was trying to be your Valentine. Oh, yes, right. Landlord, please. Landlord was trying to be my Valentine. Talking about he gonna come out here. I'm like, How you gonna come out here and you over there fighting? That is crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, I'm like, wow. But I don't know. I don't know where this is gonna go from here. But did y'all hear what Shakim said to YouTube cameras? So I guess Lemon hit YouTube cameras a few times yesterday. And I guess Shakim was waiting on YouTube's camera to finish her live so he can go live so he can get her redirect. And so I really didn't, because I didn't watch. And somebody happened to mention something on Shakim's wall. So I went over there to his wall and it said, so Lemon is the reason you couldn't end your live so I could do my live before work. Interesting. Please take my wrench. YouTube cameras. I'm over this dumbass app. Oh, I'm over this dumbass app or some shit like that. Child. So you mean to tell me? Hold up. Let me clear my throat. So you mean to tell me that you couldn't go live before work without getting a redirect? So you mean to tell me that your lives, your show, to your channel that you created, that YouTube pays you for, you couldn't go live without a redirect? Y'all, you know what? I don't care. It's 17 of y'all niggas in here right now. I don't care. I don't care if it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, y'all remember that shit from Day on Friday? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I just love me some Day. But I don't care how many people in here. I'm still gonna go live and I'm still gonna talk my shit and I'm still gonna get my commentary. I don't need no redirects. I just couldn't believe that. He got upset with YouTube cameras because she wanted to continue to talk to Lemon and not in her live so that he can go live before he had to go to work. Okay, I'm gonna just leave that right there. You say he got the redirect, but he didn't get the numbers. And that's the thing. That's the thing. When people send you a redirect, it doesn't mean you're going to get all those numbers. Because a lot of times people used to do those redirects to people I don't like. And so what I did, I would leave their chat before they ended their chat so that I wouldn't redirect to that person That's what I do. And a lot of people do that. Just because you support that person don't mean everybody in your chat support. A lot of people don't fuck with him. So I don't know. I don't know. Just build your own fan base, build your own subbies, build your own supporters, and you won't have to worry about no redirect. Shit. If my channel depended on a redirect, I probably never go live because I don't be getting no redirects. And I definitely ain't gonna beg for one. I might ask y'all to like and share the video, hit the Cash App if the spirit moves you, but I'm not gonna sit here and beg nobody to give me a redirect. I'm gonna redirect my own self over here. I get in where I fit in. I don't care who live, unless it's one of my boos that I know is live, or I know they about to go live or something like that. And I'll wait. I'll sit in the cut or sit in their chat, and then I'll go live. But everybody else, shit, don't nobody really care when other people go live, and you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to care when other people go live. You can show like more support if it's somebody you really fuck with, or if you know there's a good live going on and there's gonna be a lot of shit going on and you don't want to miss it, but you don't have to wait till other people finish to go live. That is just crazy to me that he got upset. Hey Mel, how you doing?
Girl, I had to come up here and speak on this foolishness. This is fucking ridiculous. You mean tell me, number one, that whole pull up in a Lyft thing, crazy. And then this boy done got mad because somebody didn't end they show to redirect people who ain't gonna stay over there and listen to him anyway.
Girl, he posted it on his channel, his community wall, and I didn't know what the hell it meant. And then I found out later, I was like, oh, he was upset because she wanted to continue her show with Lemon on her panel.
Is it that serious?
But see, a lot of shit was going on yesterday. So Lemon was hitting her panel, and Lemon said, I haven't hit YouTube's camera panel in a long time. I don't hardly go over there. So he said he didn't think that him hitting the live a couple of times yesterday was going to make this rift between, YTC and Shaquille.
Well, it should have made one because he being stupid. My thing is, if you've been over here for how long and you still got to depend on somebody to redirect traffic to get people on your channel, they not coming. Whoever coming already then came. They ain't no new folks finna be. I mean, it's just stupid. That's some stupid shit.
It is, and I like your comment. You said he act like a redirect equates to money. Even when you get redirected to someone, I don't click. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. What you said is exactly what I do. If I hear people saying, well, I'm finna redirect, if it's somebody I don't fool with, I just go on log on.
And then I know Joe said Shakim never used to be like that in the Umar sector. They never was sweat over there for redirect. I never even knew about an Umar sector until all of them started coming through here a couple of years ago. I didn't know nothing about. I heard of that Umar Johnson dude. I think that's his name, but I never knew there was a sector until Shakim and them started coming over here. They came over here in droves. Remember that shit, Mel? It was like one came, then another, then another, then another. I was like, what the fuck?
Where did they go first? Was it Lemon or Nest that they went to first?
It was either one. I don't remember if it was Lemon or Nest, or if I just know they was at Lemon, they was at Nest, they was at Breeze, they was at here. I don't remember where they went first. I don't.
Yeah, because I remember one of them showed up on somebody's panel, and then other people started coming, and then I remember everybody started going over to Breeze after that, and then I remember her trying to help them get the subbies and stuff. But
yep. And then that one would come over here every now and again. The one that always say, he get that whole speech. Can I say my whatever it is that he was going to say? May the God bless you or everybody. That one, that dude.
When his name Conscious something?
Conscious something. Yeah, Conscious something. He came over here a few times, and I mean, he was cool with me. I didn't have nothing against him. but you know, a lot of people didn't like him. But he was one of the ones that was cool. I didn't mind. You know what I'm saying? But some of them just came over here so aggressive, and they just thought money could buy everybody. And if they money couldn't buy you, then they would talk shit about you.
Yeah, because let me
That's
see. I know it was Binary, Shaquem, the conscious guy. Wasn't it another one? What was the one that was talking about was giving the really big cash apps or whatever? And
um,
now he in some kind of trouble with the taxes or
what is
something.
his name? What is his name? I know exactly who you're talking about because he had
Yeah,
dropped like 500 on somebody. He dropped like 400
yeah,
on somebody.
yeah.
I can't remember his name.
But it seemed like what Binary and Shaquem. Sorry. It seemed like Shaquem and Binary are the only ones who stuck around, right?
Well, you know, Shaquille first turned me off when I didn't really think he was that entertaining to begin with, but he
I
really
hate
turned me
his
off
voice.
when he sent those people cash apps, and then he went to Cash App, or was it YouTube? He
Ness,
sent them super chats, I think, super chats,
he
and then went to him and said
he
that you were invalid or something. What was it?
it was Ness. He went back and I think he had what is it like when you give subbies or how people can pay for your membership?
Right, that's what it was. Yep,
He
yep. It was
had did
something like
that
that.
and
D
then
Darrell, that's his name. D Darrell. Thank you, Room Shaker.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So yeah, he went over to Nest and well after Nest then I don't know if she didn't redirect him or what, but he went back and took the money back.
Yeah, he went back and took the money back, and he did that
Darrell.
more than one person. Hey, Room Shaker,
Mm-hmm.
baby.
Hey,
Okay.
it was Conscious Science, D Darrell, Ray Triggs, Binary, Shakim, uh what's the
And
other one?
what's
What
the
about
one that was
Simon?
just
Huh?
What about Simon?
is
I
that
don't
what he
think
from?
Simon from the Omar sector. He from the UK sector.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
What was the one that just tried to blackmail Bree? Ain't he from over there too?
Yeah, damn, what's this goddamn?
I forgot his name already.
It was
Mm-hmm.
just on the tip of my tongue
I didn't
until she
forget
brought
Oh
about
it
him.
my
up.
God, Sincere.
Uh,
What's the one named Sincere that tried to blackmail Bree? Why we can't
We
remember his
just
name?
forgot his ass quick. I don't remember what it damn name is.
Oh, they said Peter Panel Killer. They said Shakim, Binary, Pills, Triggs,
I forgot
um,
about Pills.
Darrell. Remix. Thank you, sexy toy lady.
Remix.
Child.
Oh, okay. Okay.
we probably ain't put. Oh no, I forgot about. I didn't name pills either. Cause I just about to say, girl,
But
only
what about
one that was,
Steven?
only
What
one that was actually cool. I would say it was Big Rigs and Ray Triggs.
Riggs from over there too?
and see Riggs, he ain't even really from
He
there.
say he don't claim the sector.
He kind of gravitated
Right.
over there and then followed him over here. So he wasn't
Okay.
like from over there.
Right.
Okay.
So but yeah, he came around the same time when they started coming over here because you know how it be. If you over
Mm,
a certain area, you talking about shit, and we do it sometimes
right.
too. We might go over there
Yeah.
to peek and see what's going on. So that's how it was in Riggs. He came over here. He was like, he liked the atmosphere, and he stayed.
Okay.
That's how that happened.
Well, yeah, I had forgot about half of them. I forgot about Ray Triggs and who else you said? I never knew the Peter the Panther Killer from over there. Is that the one who got on everybody's bad side because they said he said a racist remark?
I'm not sure. And hey, just trolling. Yep, it was remix. It was remix. Thank you, side eye. We like how we all forget that shit, and that shit new as fuck.
I completely forgot him.
So what do you think about the pull up? Let me ask you, Rule Shaker. What do you think about the pull up? And then what do you think about the redirects?
Uh, as far as the pull up, I don't think nothing of it. Like they ain't gonna believe it's fat meat grease until somebody get hit.
Thank you.
They pulling up on the right ones. As far as the redirects, that's the game. A lot of people sold they sell for low prices, and it's coming back to reap what they sold. The hens coming home to roost.
Child, when they said that he was upset that YTC didn't send the redirect before he had to go to work, I'm like, you was lying to me,
And
nigga.
ain't YTC like his last friend, the last the last person who let him get on their panel?
Sincere.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
But
Sincere too. That's right. Sincere cool with him
he
too. Yeah.
know he know his bridges is running thin, and they basically allow him to hang and isolate himself because they know what type of behavior he's going to give. You're no longer getting them donations and stuff that you was getting from the people that Brianna and Ness was sending your way. You no longer getting that support. Like, everybody ain't gonna kiss your ass, and everybody ain't gonna allow you to treat them like they beneath you and you needed them at your like. Who believes he got a job? Let's start there.
Well, you know what? Let me read a chat. Let me read a comment first. Somebody said Room Shaker supports everyone. She deserves her flowers. And yes, she does. And that's why I support me some Shaker. Mm-hmm.
But no, Room Shaker don't support everybody. Let's retract that, because Room Shaker has unsubscribed from a lot of people.
Okay, well, she support me. She might not support y'all.
She support who important, ain't that right?
That's right. That's
it. It wasn't that who was important. But they say you gotta teach people how to handle you, and some of them are too big headed for me. Like, I actually supported you because I like what you gave. I didn't expect to gain none or get over or to come to take your channel. So when you start treating me like I was the other ones, because it seemed like my name started coming up when they start mentioning people that need to be shut out. No, I can remove myself. Like, yeah, we ain't gonna play with me like that. So I just fell back and unsubscribed. And then if you ain't gonna give me the same support and I'm giving you, I can actually make room for other people that genuinely want and need the support.
Yeah. I do support a lot of people, but a lot of times when I say support, it's like, yeah, we go over there and we watch and we give you clicks and views and things like that. But then, you know, some of us do have people we really support, like we really fuck with. So, you know, support is on different levels too, I believe, on this platform as well. Just
yeah,
like
because it ain't always about a financial gain. Go ahead.
Right. Just like when Lemon said, well, Lolo is my friend to an extent, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right. I thought, okay, but yeah, she said, Sincere said you support those who support you primarily, and Sincere says I always end up on your other page. Oh, I'm sorry, boo. I'm sorry, boo.
I do that too sometimes, Sincere. Because I can't
If
tell the
you look
difference.
at the title, it has like when people go live on vertical and horizontal. If you look at the title, the one that has it has a little picture of a little cell phone in the title.
I saw that, but I didn't even know that's what that meant.
Yep. So that means you're on a vertical. So I would just go to the other one. Yep.
Okay. Now that you told me, I know.
Yeah, because what a lot of people don't know is the reason why YouTube started the verticals was because you get a lot more viewerships from a lot of people who don't normally see you. So that's
more. Why are they more apt to watch a vertical than a regular one?
Because most verticals be cammed up, and a lot of people like to interact and see you on cam. That's why they try to get more people to cam up.
Oh yeah, but I was gonna say so, but not necessarily. You don't have to be. Because I was gonna say, do you automatically go on? No, okay, I get it now.
So that's why sometimes I see people in people's chat and it'd be like unfamiliar faces saying why you're not on camera. I see that a lot on the verticals, and I never knew why people kept asking.
Okay. Yeah, so I didn't know that either.
If you notice, a lot of people get more watchers when they cam up and stuff, but the way they set it up, sooner or later, it's gonna be like people gonna refuse to come on camera because there's too much doctrine allowed on this app. And then now Google ain't made it no better, because you can put an image in Google and Google can tell you exactly when you click on the image exactly where that image came from.
You know what?
Like as a way to dox people.
A doctor told me that, and he was like, be careful of your surroundings. And that's why more people said they're creating like little studio places where when they go live, or they either cam down or they start utilizing the green screen more. Because then, you know, we got the weirdos that once they know your location, they try to pop up and stuff like that. So a lot of people was like, it ain't even worth it, because who's gonna sit here and play these type of games with people that ain't got nothing to lose? Like, come on now, people live real lives.
And
And you
anybody
know
with that
what?
much free time on their hands is a nut anyway.
Right. And you know what? We keep hearing like every year or two, YouTube getting more stricter on their policies. But YouTube ain't done a damn thing about people getting doxxed. They ain't. You
You
can
know
barely
why?
reach out to the motherfuckers. It's like it's so hard to
Because they
even
ain't losing no money with it.
yeah.
You know why? Because it ain't enough people actually taking the initiative to pursue it. Because people saying you can't sue YouTube for this platform, but a lot of people have actually put money behind it and actually created like, I'm sure they can ask who I was victimized on YouTube, and it'll be a lot of lawyers that jump on it because they know they can get the money from it, because everything in their guidelines, rules, and regulations, they say they don't allow, they absolutely do. And people have had to get lawyers to get, like, it was one lady, Lady Snoop covered it too. It was a lady that her child had just died and somebody decided to display it. And she kept contacting YouTube, and YouTube was sitting here sending her responses back that the image did not belong to her, even though it was her child, but the image of the child actually belongs to the child, and they was refusing to take it down off channels. But after she got a lawyer involved and they started pursuing YouTube, and she was going for pain and trauma and all that other stuff, YouTube snatched that whole channel.
See, that
But the
ain't
fact
cool
that
at
she
all.
had to go to the court when you say it's against your rules and regulations, and then people are playing with the fact that because I did a live about that, playing with the fact that they saying that it's public information. They said when you do it with malicious intent, with the intentions of embarrassing somebody or using it in a malicious way, it's actually considered doxing. So it is
Absolutely.
against the law. Just because it's public information, it's so much you can do with public information. And when you start displaying it on YouTube, on platforms, period, and doing stuff like this, and that's why they sit here and upgrade all them charges to felonies. And I told people, why you playing? And I was giving people PAs when they was coming and crying to me behind the scenes. It was like they having mental breakdowns and stuff. Like, how far are you willing to go when it comes to pursuing you? Are you willing to put a stop to it? Like,
Oh,
yeah, take it to the court. And then that's when they start crying about people going to the police and going to the court. And then look at Diet. You played on the app for so long, and I was a supporter of Diet, and then they caught up with you. It just takes the right person to want to pursue it and actually put an end to it. And some people, like, it ain't worth the time of day, they gonna overlook it. But when they start playing with your family and stuff, being a protector, a mother, or anybody that care about the people that surround you, if they don't interact with this life, with this app, I don't think their life should be interfered with.
absolutely. And Sincere was meaning that she was on my backup page. I thought you was on the vertical. But Sincere had asked, so what happened? Shakim and YTC fell out. Did they actually fall out? Because I haven't this is all I heard so far was he made that post on his community wall. He was upset because Lemon said he had hit YouTube cameras link like 2 or 3 times, but he said he wasn't up there that long. And he said, I guess Shakim got upset because he didn't get the redirect in time or something. But then somebody in the chat said he did end up getting the redirect. So
Kim problem is that like, he inherits a lot of people beefs. He wanted you to see him as one of your pit bulls. If somebody was coming for you, he was going for them. But it was more ways of anybody that know what they're looking at. It was more ways of him getting attention and playing like he's on your side. But once you stop feeding into his demands, he was going to flip. That's why when the post was made, I commented on the post like, who didn't see this coming? And that's why I say I kind of get offended, but I said, son, I'm just gonna fall back from a lot of y'all channels, cause, well, not yours, but cause when it's like when King Roman or somebody do call-ins, my name come up in the mix. Like, half of y'all I don't think about. And the fact that y'all be so eager to tell me how you feel about me, like, you don't have to deal with me. Like, I can remove myself. Now look at the Sean Brady popped out here today and he basically called it out. Like, King Roman can't hold down the beef sector by himself. Y'all attacking Pastor at this moment. And this is why the sector tends to not grow, because y'all turn on the wrong people, and y'all, I think it's a jealous heart of competition spirit that they got forming, to where you consider people as threats that ain't really thinking about you. Because if I wanted to, I could be a porn bomber. I ain't never thought about it. Your channel is not that important to me. But then the people that do stuff like this, y'all keep around as long as they attacking somebody that y'all don't like or see it for. And then when it's your turn, you want everybody to have a selective outrage and come to your defense. And my only thing, like, I don't like Lemon, but the only reason that made me say, please leave Lemon on his goddamn platform, because I don't want y'all to push him out into the atmosphere. And every time they take his channel, you make Lemon come out on other channels. If I wanted to see Lemon, I'll go to his channel.
That's when he support other
like
channels. Is when he loses his channel. That's when I see him everywhere.
But yeah, because other than that, he don't support them. Lemon realize that he needs other people to stay relevant on the board. He go sit with people he don't like. He go around people that he don't see it for. And first time he get in his mood, he attack them. See, I don't play with Lemon like that.
But see, what I was saying was the only time I see him on other people's panels is mainly when he lose a channel.
Correct.
That's when he be popping up all over the place. But as long as he got his channel, that's where he stays. And so that's where a lot of his criticism comes from too. Is a lot of people in the sector do support you. Now, granted, you do make a lot of the content that people feed off of or use to do their commentary or whatever. But it's you know, it's facts. It's facts. You know, a lot of times he don't support a lot of other people. And I mean, then again, like I said before, I guess when you on live 6, 7, 12 hours a day, then you gotta sleep and you gotta eat and shit. How much time could you spend on somebody else's platform? You know what I'm saying? But then Taylor May said when YT was done with her live, when she finally was done, he had already finished his live. So that's what happened. So Shakim ended up going live. He didn't get the redirect, and he had to finish his live, and YTC was still going.
But sincere, you say I have been. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just saying, it sounded like he was pretty much just pouting because he didn't get it right.
You said I have been porn bombed several times, cloned and verbally assaulted, aka trolled. Shit happens on here, but it happens because you allow it to.
Thank you for sharing the cash app, Mary Carey.
You
and
got
I have been too, but I had my thing up, so it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? They came up, they showed. Matter of fact, me and Riggs was live on my panel the other day, and somebody tried to do it, but I had my banner up.
And you gotta realize too, Sincere, that you allow your platform to be used to bring that type of negative attention your way. Cause Shakim can do all the dirt that he's doing on his own channel and his platform, but sometimes he utilize your platform to attack people. So that's gonna bring the negative attention your way. And that's why I say content creators gotta realize when people are lining them up and they're being put into situations that really don't have nothing to do with them. And that's why you probably felt like you was being pressured about your relationship with Shakim, but you weren't calling out the parts and the roles that he was playing in the situation.
And I know Joe said I saw the post. Yep, he had made a post and he told her to take his wrench. Because
you say, okay, if you say so. Do you know? Okay, let's be honest. Okay, if he can sit here and say he was attacking channels and stuff like that would make me sad at him. Because some of these people came in, like basically, if you notice, these are the people that sit in the clouds, and basically everything that I have been seeing going on the board for the last 6 years of stuff that other content creators have got away with. BS, I gotta give her shout out because she was bold. She said she came to take your super chats, your subscribers, and your support. But it's some people that can't be that bold because if they give you that type of warning, you're going to automatically cut all ties to them. So this is why they take the initiative of moving the way they moving. But if you pay attention to how they move and see what they do, because if I cared about you, like I said, I wouldn't bring no backlashes your way. If I cared about you, if I know somebody was trying to provoke me to get on demon time and say stuff that's strikeable, and I know they out here striking channels, I wouldn't put your platform at risk. I wouldn't do no more on your platform than I would do on my own.
And then Just Trolling said, I thought Lemon did say today, matter of fact, it was Lemon and Tracy. They both said today that they're supposed to be getting their monetization back. monetization back. So I think Lemons, I think it might have went through the other day, but when it goes through, it does sometimes take a couple of days. So he said it should be like in a couple of days, and Tracy said hers should be back in a couple of days too. And TaylorMade, that's still crazy because the fact that she kept, Lemon said he was hitting the link, but the fact that if I'm sitting up here and people still hit my link, and somebody else told me they want me to send them a redirect, I'll send it after my show is done. I'm not rushing my show. I'm not telling people that we got to go because somebody else wants a redirect right now. The fuck? What do that sound like, y'all?
Exactly, but at the same time, if you notice, I'll redirect to people that I think deserve it. I'm not gonna sit here and send my audience to people that I know how they get down, and sooner or later I see my audience getting attracted as people that know that they got followers. And this is why I call some of the subscribers minion, because just because it was a redirect, when people say, like when King Roman did his live and he said he was redirected to other people, people said, well, let me leave because I ain't finna be redirected there. So it's a lot of us that ain't gonna allow you to send us just because you see somebody on the board, you think we supposed to get them notoriety. No, we're gonna deal with it.
That's what me and Mel just said a little while ago. We always leave the chat when we know we about to be redirected to somewhere we don't want to be redirected. But my thing is, if she's doing a live, if I'm doing a live and we're having a good ass conversation and you over here in my ear, I need to redirect. I gotta go to work. Can you redirect? Can you end your live? That don't even make no sense. And then you get mad and say, well, take your mouse stick back since you couldn't end your live for me to do mine and go before I went to work.
But that ain't gonna hurt us. That ain't gonna hurt him.
Like, if we sharing this AdSense check, or am I getting my check and you getting your check?
I'm like, what was that supposed to do? That's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Shit, you better wait till you get done, or you better do your live or not do your live. But your live should not be dependent on me ending my live or when I'm going to end my live or anything like that. I'll end my live when I damn well get ready to end my live.
But then I also noticed that they redirect to the person that put a price on their head and that came to destroy their channels and their pages. And then the ones that's part of oh my God, I ain't gonna even go into that. But the ones that like, oh my God, Creole, I don't see half of them in her chat. I don't see half of them in Charlie chat. I don't see half of them in a lot of these chats. And a lot of these people are their main one supporters. So I ask people all the time, when are you going to choose you over everybody else? Why can't people match your energy? They give it to people that don't deserve it.
Room Shaker, I chose me a long time ago, and I said it before and I say it again. A lot of people I did support real heavy when we was all new on this platform 7, 8, 9 years ago, whatever. When we was all new on this platform, I supported everybody, shared everybody. I mean, just over and beyond support. And then I just noticed, like, only the cliques, only certain people support each other, and everybody else is like, oh, we want all y'all support, but we ain't gonna watch your video. We ain't gonna share you. We ain't gonna redirect you. It's only certain people that really get support from like certain people. And you do you. See, the thing about it is a lot of people think that people upset or they hating and things like that and jealous. No, it's not that. It's just the fact that, okay, well, I see where I stand with a lot of people. I'm a small content creator. I'm not in the in crowd. I don't beef and drag and curse like y'all. So I get it. But I'm going to pull my support back and support the people who support me, like the Very Carries and the Room Shakers and the well, Mel don't go like that much anymore. But you know what I mean? My peoples, my folks, my Deannas, the ones, my Rigs. They're my man. No, hold on, let me take it back. They're my guy right there.
My guy.
People will take your words. My bad. But yeah, that's my homie right there. But yeah, I mean, I support those who support them heavy.
Big Rigs, you're going to have to do better too, Big Rigs. You're going to have to do better, baby.
I learned that over the years. It's a lot of people who don't give a fuck about your channel, your platform, or nothing.
Exactly. They just want to use
turn around
you.
and say, hold up, Rule Shaker, baby. Hold up, Rule Shaker, baby. And then they'll turn around and say, don't let you be missing in action. They'll be like, damn, I ain't seen you in a minute. I'm like, well, I ain't never seen you over in my neck of the hood. What the fuck you?
Let's go.
when they do shit like that, like, damn, where you been? I ain't seen you in a month of Sundays. I've been over on my channel. I ain't seen you over there either.
You said do better with what? I be missing your shows now that you pushing them all the way back to the late album. My days on a weekday start at 2 in the morning. I
No,
gotta be
I
at
ain't
work at
missing
3 a.m. So when you pop out at night, I be missing your lives. I'll come back and catch your replay and share it out. But sometimes I do enjoy catching your lives.
Girl, I be falling asleep. I was watching Riggs the other night on Wednesday. I was there, but then it got later and later, and I found myself knocked the fuck out. And then I got up the next morning and I watched the rest of it. I was like, where the fuck did I end at? But yeah, you know, he on that Cali time, so you know.
Right. I get
He
it, but I don't want him to think I'm not supporting him. But baby, our time zones are different. Sometimes I have the energy to stay up and catch it, and sometimes I be clean dead to the world.
Yeah. But I do support a lot of people because I like a lot of people. But and some people I support more heavily than other people that I support. That's why I said it's different levels to the support in the on YouTube. We can support a lot of people by watching them, even hitting the like button. And then we support other people by watching, sharing, cash apping, super chatting, you know, all that kind of shit, redirecting. So it's different levels of support, and I know
Well,
what level I'm on with most people. So that's why I said that.
it ain't that I'm mad sincere. It's just like sometimes when I want to come and be to your chat like I normally do, I'm not always coming to be attacked. And what I have noticed been a pattern, and that's why you don't see me in your chat no more. I notice when I'm in your chat, if I speak to you, he automatically want to start calling people out your chat and instantly start attacking them. And I know if I come up there and cuss him out or say what I want to say to him, that's gonna put your channel at risk. So I'm just not gonna entertain the thought of it, and I just fall back, and I'm okay with that.
Well, I hear Mary Carey saying "baby," you know. I can never say her accent, but I can hear her in my head. You know how she say "baby"? How she be saying?
All right, Big Rigs. I just want you to know I'm support you. I am subscribed, but you be coming out too late. Like I be like now I'm tired. Who would say we be popping out about a couple of times a day when she got the time, so I do get to catch some of her live.
Girl, when
And
I
if
got
I
the
miss it, I just catch her
time,
replay.
when I got the time, child, I told you I'll be getting in where I fit in. Everybody be live. I'll be like, let me get my little ass in here and get a few of the clicks and views.
You need to, because that's what I tell everybody. You focusing on other people's channel and putting yourself in a time slot. They accent check ain't yours. And a lot of people fighting, like, you got to chill. Yeah, a lot of people be fighting to get their monetization. Like, Big Riz done supported a lot of people. Shit, Big Riz was over there holding down Lemon platform. There's no reason why he ain't at the point where he could be
Oh, I ain't even gonna
monetized.
get. You know what? I ain't even gonna get on that.
But you know what?
I remember when Riz went live and Lemon was talking. I'll be there, I'm gonna be there, I'll be there, nigga, I'll be there. As soon as Riz went live that first time, nigga went live on top. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yep.
But you know what?
I know
Even
Riz ain't tripping, so that's why I'm like, I ain't even gonna
He's
let
trying
that.
to build his entourage because he always stated that he's very intimidated by the intels, the petty bills, the Lady Nika crew, whatever she called them, and ODS, the Yardigans, because he kept saying, I ain't got a crew like y'all do. So since he can't get a crew, and then he had the Lemonettes running around here, but you see how fast that shit divided, but look at who the leader was. Like, that was expected. Since
You know
he don't need
what?
to tell nobody he hates you to grow his page, baby.
Mm-mm-mm. What? What she say? Big Riz just tell her you hate me and your pet. Oh no! Don't do that. No.
Right, that's what I say,
Everybody don't
it
girl.
hate
ain't that
sincere.
deep.
Everybody don't hate. I like sincere. I actually like quite a few people on here. I mean, and people, you know, people can tell when you really fuck with them, you know, when you there, and we can't be everywhere, y'all. We know that. We work, we have kids, we got to watch other people, we got to do our own shows. So I wish I could be everywhere at once, but people know who fuck with them. People know who fuck with them. And what up, Kimberly Black? How you doing, boo? How you doing?
I'm don't see nothing wrong with catching the replay. I'd rather watch a lot of people on replay because I can listen to it on double speed.
Yes, you can speed that shit up, which is what I like to do.
Yeah. And then I can skip, like, if somebody's on your panel that I don't really care for, I can skip past that. So either way, you still getting the view, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And them replays be replaying sometimes. I be going to bed. I be like, well, I had a nice little amount of people in here. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the subbies for the support. Then I wake up the next morning and be like 100 more something views or, whatever. So, and I'm not one that's always on numbers like that. I literally get on here and I do my shit and I rock out. And I might not rock out like how some people rock out, but I rock out the hood table way. And that's all I can do. I can't be nobody else. I can't act ratchet and do all that other shit like they be doing. I can't. It's not in me.
If you notice, I think a lot of people getting mad that I don't be on that rah-rah shit with them. Like, bitch, I'm at peace. Go find y'all something to do. And they be like, well, drama is what sell. Well, if y'all want to build y'all pages every day having drama, like I'm going to be honest. A trip for me would be going out and actually enjoying myself, living life to the fullest. If you want to see if people going to get out here fighting, embarrassing themselves, fucking themselves, like who pay money to go do some shit like that? Like, yeah, no, if I don't get to go out or get away that often. So when I do go, it's going to be about good times. The content going to produce itself, but they be looking for people to have people going through their computers, going through their phones, stealing credit card numbers and all type of shit. I ain't on that type of time. If I travel, I want to have fun. I ain't dealing with no jail time, period.
Girl, let me have something in the O to the N to the E. Y'all motherfuckers gonna be like, where the fucking pot at? Like, y'all think y'all be sleeping on us. Y'all be sleeping on us. It's all right, though. It's all right. One day, I'm gonna have a get together. One day.
Let's go.
One day. But yeah, so that is something that's gonna be, it'll happen one day in the future. I don't know when, but yeah, so I did drop Riggs link because he'll be live tonight at 10:10 Central Standard Time, and his time zone it'll be 8:10 Pacific Standard Time. So in 56 minutes, Riggs will be live, and the title of his show is called Fuck It Up Fridays. Let me address some ish. Mika Lion Part 2, The Married Hutch. So
Mika Lion Part 2.
Not that Mika, not the Mika in the B sector. But the other Mika, the social media, that whoever that lady is, he was talking about
it's another Mika. Well, I'll be there. Cause Big Rigs, I gotta go pick my man up at 10:30, so I'll be there.
Don't. You better go get that man. Go get your man, girl.
You said 10:10. I can be there because I gotta go pick him up at 10:30. So I am gonna be up. So I will be there. But after I get to him, I'll probably be tuning out. But I'll be there.
Yes, we're gonna be over there kicking it. We're gonna be at Riggs spot at Riggs house in about an hour, y'all. So I did drop the link. Anybody else? Y'all got some shows coming up? Let me know. I'll drop your link too. I have no problem dropping links, and my moderators already know y'all can drop y'all links whenever the fuck y'all want to. Drop your channel link, drop upcoming show links. I always allow that, so feel free.
We can probably be going to war.
He's feeling like an old lady over on his spot because he had to explain what everything was.
You said what?
I was feeling like an old lady over at Riz because I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about on a lot of that stuff. He had to go back and explain what slap mean, what something else mean. I was like, okay, I'm writing it down.
No, let me say this, y'all. This was some funny shit. Hold on, let me read these comments. Sidex said we'd probably go to war and they fight about stupid shit. And I don't know, Joe said I used to keep up with people's lives, but I have life to live, so I fell back. I can understand that. And then Very Carey said, I love a good replay. Yeah, we love them replays. Speed that shit up and speed over. Do a whole speed up over the ones we don't want to listen to. Now, I just said, so proud of you, the Hood Table. You've been an inspiration to me, turning your hobbies into, you know what? Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Be right back. My neighbors sound like they're fighting. Oh my God, Carrie, get the footage. Get that good old bean footage. Yes. Just crack the blinds just a little bit. Make sure you got all your lights off, doors banging and everything. Oh, hell. Okay, so let me tell y'all this, all right? Do y'all know who Teddy Riley is?
Mm-hmm. New Jack
Thank
Farm.
you, sincere. I appreciate it, boo. Thank you. Hopefully, I'll see you over at Riggs a little bit later. But yes, please like and share the video and share out the live. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And feel free to support by subscribing if you happen to be new here and hitting that cash app on the super chat, girl. What up, uppity boo? What up, honey? How you doing? And shout out again to your new apartment, your new spot, your new space. Shout out to you and your baby. But okay, so y'all know who Teddy Riley is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was over at Lemons earlier, and I guess who was that? Sparkles, Lady Sparkles. Did I say it right? Lady Sparkles. Did I sound like him? Okay, he had hit the link, and he was saying to Lemon, he was talking about Dory, and he was saying Dory better be careful because he didn't talk to Teddy Riley, and Teddy Riley ain't happy. And I was like, what the fuck? He Teddy Riley? You talking about the producer, the singer, the okay,
Who said that?
the legend?
Who said that? Who said they talked to him?
Lady Sparkles.
Mm.
Lady Sparkles claims that he talked to Teddy Riley because Dory was saying that he's her baby daddy, Teddy Riley. So Sparkles said he hit up Teddy Riley, and Teddy Riley ain't happy about it. So that's not the gag, though, even though I think that is a little gag because I was like, what the fuck she saying that Teddy is her baby daddy? But anyway, the gag was Lemon kept saying, who the fuck is Teddy Riley?
She don't know who Teddy Riley is.
Girl, and he's in Cali. I couldn't believe it. Not like you got to be in a certain spot to know Teddy, but I was like, you in Cali and you don't know who Teddy Riley is? So, man, people was hitting the chat. Snoop was hitting the chat. The mayor of Detroit was up on the chat. The mayor of Detroit. Goosey hit the chat. It was so many people hitting the link, hitting the panel, trying to explain to him who the fuck is Teddy Riley and Guy. When Goosey said Teddy Riley, Lemon, Teddy Riley, you know, Guy, and he said,
"Come on, love, come on, now."
Listen, Mel. When Goosey said, you know, Guy, Lemon said he died. Oh no, he couldn't have died because Lady Sparkle said he just talked to him.
See, that's how rumors get started right there.
When I heard that shit, I said, Lemon, ain't no way you thought that he said died. Goosey said Guy. And so Goosey was like, you know Blackstreet? Lemon was like, is that a person? Place or thing?
Lemon, how old Lemon supposed to be?
Girl, Lemon is 30-something and he don't know who the fuck Blackstreet or Guy or Teddy Riley. So why Snoop get up there? And she was like, Snoop got up there. Girl, why Snoop got up there and she started singing, right? Snoop started singing. Oh, this shit was so funny. Snoop got up there and she started singing, Before I let you go.
Oh, okay.
Can I get a kiss tonight? She started singing that song, right?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know the song. And so after she sung it, he said, okay, could you sing it regular? She said, I didn't sing it regular. He said, no, not the Lady Snoop way. Sing it regular. She said, sing it regular.
What's the Lady Snoop way?
Lady Snoop. Okay, Lady Snoop. She might not have the greatest singer voice, but neither do I.
But I'm just saying, what does he mean by?
Because she was just up there saying, before I let
okay.
You know her, she got a deep, her voice is raspy.
Yeah.
So he was saying, can you sing it the regular way? She was basically saying, I can't sing it the regular way. That's how I sound. That's how I sound. Man, I was dead. I mean, everybody came up there. The mayor of Detroit, they're like, nigga, you don't know who the fuck Teddy Riley is. They start singing all the songs, just saying all the songs. And he's up there like, but when he said, when Lady Sparkle said, I just spoke to Teddy Riley, and then Goosey said, you don't know Guy? And he said, no, he died. How did he die? Sparkles just talked to him.
See, that's some look. That's some shit I do. I did some shit. Like who was that? It was somebody recently. I think I was on live with you, and they came and said some. Nah, yeah, it was you. Remember a few weeks ago when you was live in the morning time, and they came in and said that Don Lemon had got arrested, and I was like, Lemon in jail? I'm thinking the YouTube Lemon. I said, see, that's how rumors get started. Somebody like me, half here and shit.
No, because when they said that, even I remember I was in the chat too. I said lemon because all I saw was lemon.
Right. It was your live. Because remember, you went and pulled up the thing and played it for us. But at first, all I heard was lemon. I was like, what lemon do to go to jail?
That's all I saw too, because remember that was around the time when they were talking about he was going to court. Remember that was that time.
Yes.
And Shaquem was supposed to be showing up to court. And so then the next thing you know, somebody was like, Lemon, they done locked him up or some shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Right. You know, mine then went straight to that lemon instead of, I'm like, Don, wait a minute.
I guess they trying to silence the journalists.
But I wonder how Teddy Riley would feel about both of these folks over here saying his name that he probably don't know shit about.
Girl, speaking of journalists, why a bitch just went through and got a little account with BET Plus, with Paramount Plus Express, and some other motherfucking shits, okay? To get like they back, you know, like get all the biz naive on reports and all that shit. Sure did. I told y'all when you have a platform that's LLC'd as you know, news reporting and journalism, all that kind of stuff, you ain't gotta go to school for all that shit. Sure, they was like, send us some links from your website, from your reporting stations, from all your platforms. That's how you get all up in there and get all the goods. That's how you get those press passes and all that shit to court sessions and all that shit. But I sure did. I applied for that the other day. So, you know.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this in Lemon defense. Well, not in his defense, but you know, sometimes like he said he in his 30s. Maybe he know the songs and just didn't know the man's name.
Nah, he even when they were saying the songs, Mel,
he didn't know the songs either.
No, and they did like 4 or 5 songs.
Cause I know I'm guilty of that. I'll be like, I don't know none of that stuff. Then people will start singing. I was like, I didn't know that's who that was, you know. So I'm trying to cut him a little slack, but yeah, no.
When they said groove me,
okay,
baby. Who don't know the song Groove Me tonight? Dun, 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 dun,
look,
dun,
you know, I'm an old lady. That's still on my playlist.
Baby, hey, tonight. Dun,
And you
dun,
know
dun.
you can't forget A Piece of My Love. That was the best one.
Oh, they did that one too. Mel.
That intro part when you just hear that that little part right there. That's enough.
When you hear that beat come on, girl, you can have a piece of my love.
That was back when it came out when I was still in high school, right? And I had just got a car, and it had a nice little. I'm gonna use Riggs thing. It had a nice little slap to it.
Man, I do love you.
That bass came through so strong, man.
Is waiting for you.
Yeah, that was the shit. I liked him better with God in Blackstreet.
Yes, I did too. But I did like him better with Guy, but I like Blackstreet as well. But you know, I'm one of those people who still got CDs from back in the Gap, so I still got
I got some cassette tapes, okay, and I ain't got nothing to play them on.
I got so many CDs. You know what? It was so funny because my son, was it my baby or the oldest one? I told him to go get something out my dresser drawer, my chest, you know, the tall one, and he was looking. He said, "Mom, you still got no, it wasn't that. I'm lying. That wasn't it. We was in my truck. We was in my SUV, and he was moving something from the back of my SUV, And he said, Mom, you still got CDs? You still got these same CD cases that's from when I was a little kid? I said, yep, I sure do.
What I didn't like about CDs was they scratch too easy.
Girl, you gotta take care of them. You gotta take
See,
care of them.
well, that when it was just the cassette tapes, the most you had to worry about is that ribbon coming out.
Girl, I learned quickly when I was first buying CDs and realized how they was really scratchable. I started really taking care of protecting my shit. I was so sensitive, pulling them out, pushing them in, holding them, putting them back in the case. I got CDs that are like 25 years old.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't going. I knew that was going to eventually fade out because it was too easy to scratch the DVDs and the CDs.
Yep. I got so many, man. If I showed y'all one day, that's what I'm gonna do. Next time I come live on camera, I'm gonna show y'all all my CDs. I got a whole bunch of CDs. I mean, way back. Remember, now, even though I don't fuck with Kels right now until the spirit moves me to fuck with him. I ain't fuck with Kels in years, right? But I still even got, the group that he was with before he even started.
Public announcement. I had that too. I had that one.
I still got that CD. Yep. I got all Kel CDs, all of them.
I was mad because one of my best friends, she had came down to visit from New York. So when she got ready to get out of my car, she made a mistake and took my damn CD case with her stuff. And she didn't realize it and she had took it back to New York. I'm still mad at her. That was like 20 years ago. I'm like, because it was like
no, she had to say no shit back. Oh hell no. No.
She never did get them back to me. This was like in the late 90s.
No.
And I'm just like, I still bring it up to this day. I be like, you owe me for because it was like a big CD case. I had like a bunch of them in there. She took it by mistake.
She would have sent that shit. You know what? One time we went to I think it was Florida. We do our family vacations. We be, I told y'all.
I heard that you told this before.
We be real deep on our family vacations. And I had brought a big, thick, fat CD case down there with us. That's the one that I got in my chest drawer in my bedroom. And so I had took it down there, and somehow I don't know how it was in the dresser drawer at the hotel. I don't know how I didn't pack it, but we left. We came home, and I realized it was a third man. I must have called that motherfucking hotel. I was like, a girl was damn near in tears because I was like, I got all the old
that's an investment. Like you can't replace a lot of that stuff.
I got all the hitters from way back, and I left them in motherfucking Florida at the Marriott Suites. And so it just so happens that the person who cleaned our room took the shit and they put it in the lost and found. And
I'm glad there's still some good people.
Girl, when I called, they asked me for my address, which they already had on file. But they asked me for my address and they shipped that shit and it came in like 3 days. Girl, when I tell you, my heart broke when I realized I left that shit in the hotel. Because, basically, CDs back then cost a lot of money too.
Yeah, it was like what, 13? You went from $13 to $20 a CD?
Girl, I had like 300 CDs in that motherfucker.
Yep.
I was like, oh no, because each little case held like 6 on one side, and it was so thick. It's still to this day, Mel. It's in my dresser, open like the Bible that sits on that platform. The Bible in the church. That's how it is because it's so thick you can't even close it. That's how many CDs is in there. So I left that shit in Florida. I was like, man. Yeah. But Andrea said, I saw what you put on your community wall, the hood table. That is some bullshit. And Tyra Banks is she's still not taking no accountability. And I'm no joke. Yep. We heard about the stuff about Tyra Banks, and I watched the Netflix documentary, and just Andrea was supposed to do a review on it, and I was supposed to join her on her platform, but she was sick and we couldn't do it. So I'm hoping that she rescheduled.
I may watch that this weekend because I like the first 5 seasons of that show. We watched them religiously, but then after so long, it started getting to be predictable. So and then I'm the type of person too. When I watch shows like that and they end up voting out somebody I think that should have stayed, I get mad and I stop watching.
But see, the thing is, I was telling people, because I was advertising it, so that we could go over there and support Drea. I was saying for the people who was into that shit, because I never, ever, ever watched that shit back.
I used to watch it all the time.
Right, and I wasn't into it, so I never watched it. But when Just Andrea hit my panel last week and said you need to watch it, Hood Table, I said okay, for you I will. I'm going to watch this, and so I watched. It's only 4 episodes. It's a documentary on behind the scenes. I mean, it has so many behind the scene footage from that show, and when I tell you, I left walking away like Tyra, you bitch. You
Yeah, Tyra went about nothing but her money. She wasn't studying them folks.
Girl, you saw the post I posted about
No.
Tyra? I was like, you nasty old bitch.
I believe it.
Like, man, the shit that she was, oh Lord. And she had an excuse for everything that went wrong, every person that was hurt, every person that passed out, every person that was starving, every person that was, she had an excuse. Well, this is what they
Tyra
want.
wasn't studying them damn folks. Because you know what got me? But what the funny part was, I don't know which season this was, but she called herself going, come out with her own album or whatever. So she did the release at the end of one of her shows. Why she got crickets? We ain't heard shit else about Tyra singing nothing else because it was terrible. She had the models in her video and everything. I'm like, baby, you need to acting ain't your strong point and singing ain't your strong point either. You gonna have to stick to the runway.
Okay, act. She need to stick to the runway, or as she doing right now, she got ice cream companies. Girl, she got ice cream shops.
I hated her on Fresh Prince. Remember when she was on Fresh Prince? She was the most. That was the worst acting ever because she's supposed to be all hard and stuff. You remember when she was on there?
Oh, when she had a flannel on and she had a jean jacket and some jeans on.
Yeah, she's supposed to be like the round the way girl.
You can't even act like a round the way girl, Tyra. No. And what's up, Just Andrea? And yes, Carrie, they do still make CD players. Yes, they do.
Hey, the Hood Table.
Look, I still got mine in my car.
Yeah, every car has a CD player, but they still make the boom boxes and stuff like that too.
I need a cassette player.
Now, cassette player.
I still got a bag full of cassettes too, girl.
Start at the thrift store. No.
right.
I was the singles queen, $3.20. You can go buy the single, and it's gonna have a remix on the other side.
Side Eye said, I'll be only watching it for the Jays and Mr. Barker. Yeah, I hate that. What's wrong with his back, Jay? I mean, Just Andrea.
I'm still a little under the weather. But if you do it on your channel, I will come over and hang out with you. Okay?
No.
You gonna wait for me? You gonna wait for me?
No. In my YouTube, what's that boy name over there? The YouTube comedy dude, cartoons.
I've never seen him. I've never seen him.
No.
Okay, well, it might be next week, okay? Because I'm not feeling.
It don't matter, honey. You take care of yourself and you feel better. You brought it to my attention, and you know way more about the background and the history of this. So I want to come over there and support.
I might watch it this weekend so I can because I did used to watch every season up until about season 6.
Okay. Well, y'all watch it, and she just had her her little girlfriend Eva Marcel go on Gail King. She doing damage control. Yes, Eva doing damage control. Eva said that didn't happen to me. I don't know where was they at. That's that bullshit.
I didn't like Eva when she was on there.
Thank you. Really? The girl said she was bullying them.
Yeah, Eva, I didn't like her season.
But you know what's so funny, y'all? When the Housewife came on and that girl was on the Housewife, this tells you how much I did not watch. When I say I never watched that model shit, I didn't even know where that bitch came from. I was like, everybody, she's from American Top Model. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know who no Eva was.
I ain't never seen her on the Housewives.
Oh yeah, I see her on the Housewives.
I started watching the Housewives way before she must have come on there.
She was on there, and I was like, "Who is this girl?"
But you know who pissed me off is Sherry Shepherd.
What did she say?
She was like, "Oh my God, Tyra, you guys should get Tyra some grace. You don't know what." She started crying too. She said, "You guys don't know what we're going through. You guys don't know what we have to do." Girl, shut up.
Anyway. I used to kind of halfway like Sherry Shepherd, but I was listening to somebody recently, and they were asking them. It was another celebrity, and somebody was asking like, who was somebody that you met in person that really turned out not to be who you thought they was gonna be, and they said Sherry and were like kind of giving their experience with her. I was kind of surprised because she seemed like she would be like a pleasant person to me, but they were like, no, she was a bitch.
Oh wow. And you know what? Very Carrie, most newer cars, I don't think they come with CD
No,
players, but I got a throwback. I got an old bitch out there
baby,
in
I got a
my garage.
2012.
I got an old hoe out there in
Right.
my garage, and she still got a CD player. Okay, and that bitch
Mhm.
still running 130,000 miles, and she's still running. So I still drives her. But yeah, she got a CD player. But yeah, a lot of the newer ones they don't
Yeah,
have
they
the CD.
come in with
But you can
USB
always
and
go
all
to
that stuff
Stereo
now.
West. Do y'all got a Stereo West or a stereo place? You can always go to a stereo joint and they will install.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, because I back in the day I went and got a what was it? I don't even know if they still have it around. Sound Shack or something it was called.
Yeah, Radio Shack. Yep.
Was
Yep.
it Radio Shack? Okay, I went and
Every
bought me
Radio
a
Shack.
system for my Kia. I had a Kia Sorento back in like 2005, and went and bought a system for it. And just you couldn't tell me shit.
Girl, remember the detachable faces?
Yes, I had that
We
too.
about to tell our age, y'all. We about to tell our age. The detachable faces, every fucking car I got. I took it to Stereo West because they was the baddest people in the city. And I took it to Stereo West and they hooked me up with my surround, my beats, all that kind of shit, and my detachable.
Yes,
You put your detachable face in your purse or in your
yep,
pocket
yep.
like it was your cell phone.
That is so funny. I had forgot about the detachable face. Yes,
Girl,
because
it was the
I think
shit.
mine was I think it was a Bose.
Yep,
Um,
mine was a Bose too. And the thing about
uh-huh.
the detachable face was a lot of people were still stereos back in the day.
Right,
But if you take
right.
your face off, you
It
know,
wasn't something no
they had
good.
it wasn't no good.
Yep,
We
drop it
used to
in your
hear
purse
that.
and keep it moving, baby.
Yep, yep.
Okay,
We
okay,
we tell the
Taylor,
age for real, for real.
I'm gonna let you go, but thank you. I'm gonna do it next week. Okay. I'm
Okay, I
gonna
hear the babies in the back.
yes.
All right, just hit me up. Hit me on IG or somewhere and just let me know. And I did drop your link in the channel in the chat. So y'all make sure y'all go over there and support Andrea when she does her live. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and go ahead and drop me. Okay.
Okay, honey.
Thank you.
All right, bye, love.
But yeah, you done took me all the way back with the detachable face, baby.
Yes. Radio Shack. I don't think I'm no joke. I don't think Radio Shack is still around because we haven't had a Radio Shack here in probably about
Yeah. 'Cause
10
I know
years.
I haven't seen one in a while either.
It's been about 10 years, I think, since our last Radio Shack here.
Cause was
So a
y'all in the
Radio
mall?
Shack is the shit. Mhm.
Was y'all in the mall or a standalone store?
Ours was in the mall and
I was.
standalone.
Oh, okay. Cause I think ours is in the mall.
We had standalones and we had some that was in strip malls, and then we had some in the regular, the big malls. So they were
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. They were everywhere from the hood to the burbs. Radio Shack
Mm-hmm.
was everywhere.
But shoot, you couldn't tell me nothing when I got my sister put in. I had my little bass bump, and I was like,
Be pulling up on me, you like, that must be T pulling up. That's T pulling up. Yeah.
they hear you like when you hit the end of before you get to the house, you can hear about 3 houses up with the
Yeah,
music bumping.
that's like my cousin. Now, my cousin C, the one who's 8 days older than me, his
Uh-huh.
system is so. See, I love a system that's very
Mm-hmm.
clear, very
Chris,
clear and crisp. And
yes.
he has always had very clear and I hate the ones that sound like the whole car about to fall
Tin
apart.
cans.
I mean, it just sounds like
Sound
shit.
like some damn tin cans rattling. Like
Yeah, you can't tell what
what
they
this
saying.
boy them said. Like this boy them said, I like the way you move. Sound like two tin
Yes.
cans rattling.
Man, his shit be so. And so when he comes over, like everybody knows he's here because you can hear him like 3 blocks away.
Mm-hmm.
Literally like 3 blocks away. And I mean, it's so like his shit was, and he would always be playing like the shit, right? So
Yeah.
everywhere I have ever lived, he would come and he would always have his beats playing, and he would leave his car, get out his car, and come in the house. everybody would come outside. I mean, you're talking about neighbors from when I was in the
Yeah.
projects to no
Yeah.
matter where I live. Everybody, it would be a party. That nigga brings the party with his music and his cars. And like during Omaha days when we be out there on the strip, we always go with him because we'll park and we'll pull out our tables and we'll be playing cars and bones and all kind of shit. And he's our music for the whole night. And everybody be trying to be around us. That nigga shit, like Big Riz say, that shit slaps. All his cars.
Yeah, I'm gonna start using that jargon now since I done learned it.
Yes.
And then everybody down here gonna be asking me the same question. What slap mean?
I saw when you asked on that in the chat. And remember, I said, "Oh, that has something to do with music."
I'm like, who is he slapping? Because it's that big ring slap. I'm like, he just slapping people. But it's something about. Have you noticed that it's something about certain songs that they only sound good when you're in the car and you got a good system bumping? Like it don't sound the same when you listen to it in the house.
No, in the house you gotta
or
really
at the club, or at the club. Like some songs they hit different when you hear them in the club or when you in the car and you got the system booming. It's just like "A Piece of My Love" was one of them. Like when it came in,
CDs. Yep.
Yeah.
But you know what? I like for my house. I like the you know the big. It's like one speaker. You know the one big tall speaker stands about 4 feet or 5 feet tall. And some of them light up and they have the lights on them and stuff. And they real big.
I've seen them.
Big. Yes. And you hook them up to your cell phone or whatever. Them motherfuckers are so loud.
Look.
I'm talking about the whole block. We be having the whole block shaking.
I'm finna show no tell. I'm finna show no tell my age. Do you remember back when you had the big stereo that was like a big piece of wood furniture and you raised that middle part up?
Oh,
like back in the day?
We had one of them. We had one of them where it had the cassette tape and it also had like the
8-track and the what you call it, the vinyl where you can put the vinyl on.
The vinyl where you put the vinyl records. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Now that is from 1970s, early 1980s. My uncle used to love some Rick James back when he was, super freak and all that stuff came out. He would have that shit bumping so hard in my grandma's house. Ooh, she had already passed on. But I was like, ooh, if she was alive, she'd be in there whooping some ass about you bumping that Rick James out her house like that. But they had that nice ass stereo. And it was like a piece of furniture. Because, that was back when TVs looked like a piece of furniture too. They had the wood grain on it and stuff.
We had a nice one. I don't know where the fuck it came from. Because, in hindsight, when I look back, I be like, that was a nice ass piece of shit. And how did we afford that? Maybe my dad got that from somebody by way of somebody, if you know what I mean. When I look back, I'm like, how the fuck? Because when you're a kid, you don't know the price of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I look back, I'm like,
I still wonder how much they was paying for them, because like a lot of places, that was back when people was getting rental center and the shit you was paying on every week. But I wonder how much they did cost, because it looked like they was expensive.
I don't know. I know we weren't renting it because, like, literally, I don't put 20 on 10 when I say how poor we was growing up. So that's why I said in hindsight, maybe my dad might have got that. You know how some people get shit, right?
Yeah.
By way of somebody. Because there's
something fell off a truck or something.
There's no way we could have afforded that shit in hindsight. Once I got older and realized what we actually had in our home. And the thing about it was my mother was really religious. So guess what we only listened to on there?
Gospel.
Exactly. And how every Sunday morning, did y'all see, this might have been a local thing, but we had a KCRO. And basically they played gospel on Saturdays, like from like 6 a.m. to like 3 p.m. And everything from Shirley Caesar. I mean, it was just straight gospel. And I would be sitting there my ass off, listen to some gospel. And then as soon as it got nighttime, I go over to the neighbor's house where they was listening to all the blues. And all my mother called the worldly music. The worldly music. But yeah.
So your mom was probably one of those, y'all couldn't listen to that type of stuff on Sunday?
We couldn't listen to nothing.
Or any day.
Any day. We couldn't listen to The only way I was able to listen to secular music, as they call it in the Christian homes,
Yeah, yeah.
is if I was at somebody's house, or if I, like you were talking about the cassette tape. I had bought a little
Mm-hmm.
old black cassette tapes. You just lift
Yep.
it up, push it down, press play. The
Yep.
old black ones.
I know
I
what
had
you're talking about.
those, and I kept it hidden in my bedroom. And so what I would do is I would go to my neighbor's house, and my neighbors was always crunk. They'd be over there getting high, getting drunk, partying outside, and they would always leave their shit outside. So I would wait till nighttime, and I would go over there and steal their cassette tapes. I would steal their cassette tapes. And so it'd be so funny too, because they be so fucked up. They would just end up buying more. You know what I'm saying? So I would steal their cassette tapes, and I would go home, and I would have that thing underneath my pillow, and I would listen to it. But every now and then I would get caught. And my mother would take the tapes, and she would throw them away.
That devil music.
I would either have to be at my family house, like my cousins, or my homegirls, or my friends, or the neighbors, to listen to worldly music.
Because I know
it was funny though, because a lot of songs I didn't know when I grew up. Like there were certain songs by, let's say, Prince or MJ, or songs I should have known.
Right.
And people, they would tease me sometimes because they'd be like, "How you not know this song?" or "How you not know this song?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't understand. I wasn't allowed to listen to that shit growing up. And then once I got to of age, like 15, 16, 17 years old, when I was away from the house more, that's when I started listening to more. So the old shit, I don't know of the old shit. So a lot of people, even my age, be like, when I go to their house and they playing blues, I'm like, why the fuck is we listen to blues? Girl, that's Johnny such and such, or that's, I'm like,
Johnny Taylor or somebody like that.
Yes, I didn't grow up with that shit. So
yeah, well, that's understandable though. Because I know, like, my grandma was the type. Now you could do whatever Monday through Saturday, but like on Sunday, you weren't listening to no regular music. You weren't playing cards. You weren't doing none of that type of stuff. And I'm like, okay, it's one.
Ice girl. We couldn't even have Monopoly.
Oh wow.
We couldn't even have dice in the house. We couldn't have no cards. And my dad, who was not religious like my mom, he had to keep his sister outside the house. That's how strict she was. She was strict.
Wow.
Real strict. Like it was Bible. It was Bible 20. No cussing. Never heard her cuss. Never heard her. She was. Yeah. She went to church. She went to work. She didn't start going to work until after we all was in school. So she was like a housewife, homemaker, whatever you want to call it. Then when my youngest sibling went to school, when he hit kindergarten, that's when she started working. And she still didn't have to, because even though we were a struggle family, my dad worked 2-3 jobs, had side jobs. He didn't care if she worked or not, because she always kept her own money. So if she wanted to put her money towards the bill, she could. But my dad came home with that paycheck every Friday. Here you go, baby. So it was like, and that's another thing, when I grew up and I started dating guys, I'm like, these people be getting with niggas that ain't got no job. They ain't trying to help you pay no bills. They trying to get you to let them use your car. I don't care how bad we struggled growing up. I knew that ain't the way it worked. My stepdad, the one who raised me, ain't no way. He would work 5-10 jobs before my mother had to go and beg a neighbor, or you know what I'm saying? Like, no, we might have ate rice every day. We might have had beans every day. We might have had, you know what I'm saying? But that shit, like not working, a nigga in your house and not working. Oh no. I would rather struggle with you than struggle by myself with you there in my house.
Okay, you can do bad by yourself.
You can do bad by yourself. Ain't no way I'm gonna struggle with a whole nigga in my house who ain't doing shit and just watching me struggle. No, can't do it.
Well, I told you before. I grew up on that other side of that spectrum, where my, I grew up in a house where my dad paid for everything, but he gonna throw it up in your face. It's his money. It's his this, his that. And see, that taught me, I don't want shit from you. I make my own money. You ain't finna control me about no damn money. I'm always have a job.
I tried it a few times when I first okay, because I left home when I was young before I graduated. I was homeless for a minute because me and my mom, when you raise up a type of house like that, it gets kind of hard because it's like it's very tense. Like I felt like I couldn't breathe. We was always arguing and fighting, and like when my cousin hit my panel for the birthday party, remember the story she told? How I got my ass beat because we was listening to "I'll Take Your Man."
Oh yeah.
And my mom was like, she when I say she's so far from secular music, she had no idea that we were singing a song.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about taking a man. We try to explain to her, we ain't talking about taking something. It's a song. It's a song, girl. She was like, she made my cousin Fee, the one who was on my panel that day, she made her go home and she whooped my ass. You ain't
damn.
Like,
you ain't gonna be around here talking about taking nobody man.
You gonna take like it was so bad. So me and her kept clashing. I finally left and I just lived wherever I could until I got on my feet. And then once I got a little bit on my feet and was able to get my own spot, sometimes I would go to my mom, because we were talking a little bit by then, and I would ask her to borrow some money sometimes. When my dad found out that I had a man or something, what? I know you ain't come to us asking for the money. You got a whole nigga. Because my dad is totally opposite from my mom. She's the church Christian lady, and he's from the street. Like
he believes in being a provider.
Yeah, he's from deep in the streets. They whole family, gangs and all that shit. Jail, prison, he's all that, right? And so he ain't nothing like her. They opposites attract like a motherfucker. But he will tell you in a heartbeat, it's one thing if you and your nigga both over there working and y'all come across hard times, but ain't no way. So I learned real quick, even though I grew up with him taking care of us, I learned real quick. I just can't run to them when I need something if I got a nigga. So it changed my whole behavior at a very young age. It changed my whole behavior and outlook of niggas. And I still have homegirls, cousins, all that shit. They would have a whole nigga in their house. I mean, like how you on Section 8 and you got a whole nigga living with you?
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
Stamps, you on welfare, you on Medicaid, you getting free book bags, you getting free Christmas toys and all this shit. You got a whole nigga living in your house. Like, I'll be like, this shit, hell fucking no.
Just leech.
Ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no motherfucking way. You said I'll take your man. Yes, Salt Pepper, I'm no joke. Girl, we was up there. I'll take your man right out the box and put him under that padlock. And if you see us together in the place, yeah, that was our shit. Girl, we was up there singing. Right, Mel, the little cassette tape. Because back in the day, what we do, we would pause that bitch and write the lyrics down.
Yes, we did that shit.
Yes, we was up there writing the lyrics down. That's what we was doing. We was writing the lyrics.
We used to do that too.
Huh?
I said we used to do that too. That's
Everybody used to do that. That's why.
Yeah.
A lot of times, people when they hear about where I'm from, they think like we're so. I don't know, like not like we do everything that you do in your spot, your neck of the woods. We do here.
That's crazy though, because like we down here in the South, y'all over there in the Midwest, probably somebody in New York doing the same shit.
Doing the same shit, wearing the same shit, listening to the same shit. I mean,
like did y'all used to record songs off the? Did y'all used to record songs off the radio and then you had to hurry up and press the button because the DJ started talking?
We had a cassette tape sitting right next to the radio.
Yeah.
And recording the songs off the radio. Yes.
We did that shit too.
And then after we recorded the songs, then we would write the lyrics down and we would play the tape, and then we would stop the tape, play the tape, stop the tape. So we all the shit. We would have a notebooks full of songs.
Look, that was the first version of karaoke.
Thank you. The dopest thing back in the day was if you could spit a whole motherfucking song off the dome. That's what's the shit back in the day.
Yes, so, I still remember that too, because like we would be over my cousin's house. Like I grew up with our brothers, but I would get a chance to go over my cousin's house. Sometimes we get to hang out with girls, and we would all stand up and sing the same song. Like each one of us, we were singing Whitney Houston, I believe Children of the Future. Like we just sat there and tried to sing the whole damn song all the way through. You know how long that takes? But we had shit else to do, so.
You know what? When I was, oh my God, when we used to live in this one hood called Redmond, I remember this was one in my homeless area, and I was staying with my god sister's grandma. And that song came out. Remember that song? What's that song go? This is for my homies.
Yes, I remember that.
Yes. See,
Mm-hmm.
I get
I
there.
get there.
Yeah, girl,
On that gangster lean, on that gangster lean.
We would be outside at like 1, 2 in the morning singing that song at the top of our lungs. And that was around the same time that shit by Lauryn Hill came out.
Which one?
Remember the song with Lauryn Hill?
What, the X Factor?
What's that song? The one that she led with
the Fugees.
The Fugees, the one that she led that song.
Which one, the X Factor?
No.
Or the throwback that she did. Killing Me Softly.
Song, Killing Me Softly.
Killing Me Softly, yeah.
Song at the top of our lungs. I heard you sing a good song.
Yes. Because you know, that was one of my favorites.
Yes.
That's still on my playlist too.
See me and listen for a while.
That Roberta Flack. Because Roberta Flack did it first, then Albie sure did his version, and then Lauryn Hill came out with hers.
Yes, and I liked hers the most.
Yeah.
No shade to Roberta, no shade to but
because I didn't know what the fuck I was saying. At least when Lauryn was singing, I knew what she was saying.
I love me some Albie Shore. Albie Shore.
I want to be off from home, girl. But I never knew what the fuck he was saying half the
time. I used to love me some Albie Shore. Oh my God. And
that was when Light Skin was in.
Girl, when everybody, Christopher and everybody.
Christopher Williams.
They thought they was brothers.
Yes, they did look a lot alike. And when the guy from New Jack City, that play on Tyler Perry show.
You talking about the one that played on Love? What's that?
He was on Jason Lyric. He was on Tyler Perry, and he was Nino's. He was the light skinned one with Nino and
he was like his right hand man.
Or something. His brother. It was Nino's brother.
Girl, when I tell you, I used to be in light skin so bad, and then I'm telling you, when that motherfucking New Jack came out and Nino came out, that's when it all squished. And remember when white man can jump?
Yeah.
When the dark and the Morris Chestnut and the Tay.
Oh yes, Lord.
I went from light skin to dark skin like in the blink of an eye. I was like, light skin is out. Light skin is out. And this is from a girl who's light skinned, right?
And see, I always was partial to dark skin, but there were like those few pretty boys. And I was like, oh, cute. Yeah, because I used to like Grant Hill. Before I got into Shaq, I like Grant Hill.
I used to like Grant Hill too.
Because you know when I started liking him. Remember he was on that episode of Living Singles and he was singing to Khadijah.
No, I liked him when he was in that motherfucking remember the grandma, and he was dating the girl he married.
Tamia.
Oh no, hold on. Okay, no, I'm thinking of Boris. Never mind.
You talking about Boris the German guy.
I never felt that for him, but I like Boris.
He was another one of them pretty boys.
Girl, no, Lunell and Albie Shore ain't really dating. No, they ain't dating, girl. No, they just
I thought that was for real.
I from what I understand, I thought they were just really good friends. But if they are really dating,
because I was gonna say, from what I heard, it's supposed to be real.
Girl,
I don't know though. Look, I'm the same person that heard Lemon was in jail.
Girl, I'm subscribed to Lunell, so I watch a lot of her videos. But every time she talks about him like he's just a friend that visits her sometimes.
Do you remember when what's her face had her show like where she was trying to find love? The one that was the bitch from well she used to act like a bitch from what the president's show. Remember when Trump had that you fired where he was firing everybody? What was the lady name?
The Apprentice? You talking about the Apprentice show? Trump
Yeah,
show?
who was the remember the one that was on that first season? The black
I
lady,
never
she ended
watched.
up working for Trump. I can't remember what her name is.
I never
But she
watched.
had oh, you never watched that one. Well, she was on there and then she had her own show and Albie Sure was one of the contestants trying to win her heart. But I was like, you can tell this wasn't real. He just was on here for the
Oh,
effects
they
of it.
on together. I mean, I know he see every time I see them together, it's usually when he's visiting her when she's doing an act.
What was that?
Or
What was that lady name?
when
Anybody
she's
in the chat?
performing
Remember?
somewhere. Hmm.
She's Omarosa. Yeah. Omarosa had her own show where she
Oh,
was trying to
Omarosa.
find
Okay.
she was trying to find love. So she had like 10 guys on there. And it to me, it was kind of cheesy. You could tell it when like she wasn't interested in them for real. But she did end up because I like the dude that she ended up with too, the one that died from the Green Mile. You know, I love a
Oh
big dark
yeah.
skin, bald head dude.
Well, you know what? She said, "Well, when Albie, I remember that. I remember when Albie Shore was hospitalized, and I was really praying for him because
Yeah.
I used to be in love with some Albie Shore, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. I
I
when
thought he was such a
then
pretty boy. I thought he was so cute.
girl, I had to sneak and listen to that motherfucker too, because my mama was
Mhm.
so religious, so he was one of the people I had to sneak and listen to.
Well,
But
she's okay with him because you couldn't understand shit he was saying.
girl, and that was around the Key Sweat era and
Yeah, I
the
wanna and all that
I
stuff was out.
want that baby.
Yep. Yeah,
Yes.
we telling our age for real.
No, man, I'm an old school. I am old school at heart. Like
Me
and I
too.
definitely love the New Jack era. That was. See,
The new yes.
when you're out there struggling and you're going through different things, you know how certain songs just might
Yep.
do certain things for you, or they
They
might
resonate.
they resonate. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of songs when I look back, I'm like, damn, I remember I was going through this at that time and I was going through this. I remember
Yep.
like, okay, I remember when I was homeless and I was staying with my my god sister's grandma. And we
Mm-hmm.
were staying in this ghetto ass hood, and they had this apartment house, and it was so like raggedy, but it was a place with a roof, right?
Yeah.
And we stayed in the basement, and it wasn't no finished basement. And there's reasons why every house I move into has to have a finished basement because back in the gap, all the basements was raggedy, they was cold, they were brick, they were watery, they were musty. That you know what I mean? So we
Mm-hmm.
stayed in this motherfucking basement, and it was like 4 girls, and we all slept in the same bed. And every night I went to sleep to Tony Braxton. And I never ever see you again.
Okay.
If I never ever that
Mm-hmm.
album right there. And I would
Yeah.
listen to Guy, and it was Keith Sweat, and it was a few
Yep.
others. And my god sisters, it was so bad for me around that time. They didn't even say shit. I would listen to that shit all night, every night. I
Yeah.
had the little boom box next to my head.
Mm-hmm.
They be like, bitch, if you play that shit one more time, but they never, they just let me do it all night because it what got me to sleep.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
going through so much
It's amazing how
shit. Yeah.
music can take you exactly to like a song can take you to a specific thing or a specific emotion. They just trigger it. You
Mhm.
know, and I'm a music person. Like I love all kinds of music. I listen to music before I watch TV.
I will too. I will too. And when I don't let me get to cleaning up or just it can be the spare of the moment. I will get my motherfucking Alexa, play such and such, such and such, and I'll be around here just a grooving my ass off. And I'm
Now
no
see,
joke.
I never got into Alexa now, so
How old is Albie Shore? I don't even know how old he is.
I know he older than me. He probably like what? Let's see, about 55 maybe.
Yeah, I love me some I'll be sure.
But yeah, Christopher
Yeah.
Williams, Don't Wake Me, I'm Dreaming.
Don't wake me. I'm
Oh
dreaming.
my gosh. Mhm. If I'm dreaming, you let me sleep.
Never sleep. Don't make me up till my dream is complete. Cause when I'm
I'm
dreaming,
dreaming. Yeah.
don't wake me up. 'Cause
See, just right then, that took me back to my senior year in high school. In the
see?
summertime, riding around doing nothing but listening to music because we ain't got shit else to do.
But you know what? Like that one movie, Love and Basketball. All
Well,
them,
I know
all the
Joe said he
music,
is 57 going on 58.
all the music and Love and Basketball and those throwback movies around that era.
That
Boy, I
one
watched it.
song.
The
What
Wood,
was
the
that one
Wood.
Maxwell song? Where he
Um,
be singing all falsetto.
what is
Every time I
Maxwell?
think love and basketball, I hear that Maxwell song in my head. You
Oh
don't
my
remember
God. What is it called?
that one? I don't remember what it's called, but he's singing like in a real high falsetto voice, but it'd be like perfect.
Something like that. I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of the name.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? Hmm.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Help us out, Chad. Help us out, Chad.
Because I ain't even gonna try to attempt to hit them notes he was hitting. He was hitting some falsettos that I can't do nothing with.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see.
But yeah, that was a good soundtrack. You know
Oh,
who what
you know what,
you know
Mel?
what was with it?
While I'm up, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh, right? Remember when I said,
Oh, Woman's Worth. That is it, ain't it?
no, is that
Is that a
it?
woman? Is it when it he said something about woman's worth? I thought it. I don't
Is
know.
that
Don't
the
get me
song?
wrong.
I'm whispering because remember when I said Alexa?
She turned on.
I was just talking shit with you, saying
Mm-hmm.
when I be cleaning around the house, I'll be saying, Alexa, while I'm up here talking to you and I hear music.
See, I don't trust
There's
Alexa.
somebody outside my house, y'all. That's why I said, hold on real quick. I have to hit mute. Because I'm like, where did the music come from? Why the mute? My Alexa's in my bedroom. So whatever
Mm,
I said to you, the bitch start playing.
yeah, I don't trust Alexa now.
Music. Mm-mm. Alexa, I'm like, bitch, I'm not talking to you. Oh, don't. Oh, you know what? Bree, she used to do this all the time. Bree does it sometimes. She'll say her Alexa, and she be asking her Alexa shit, and so my
Mm-hmm.
Alexa will answer to Bree. That's the only thing I hate.
Really?
Sometimes when you watching shit and they say
That?
Alexa, do something, your own
Yeah.
Alexa can hear it, and they'll do something.
See, I never got into Alexa because I'm like, I get paranoid thinking they recording everything.
Oh, I love
So,
my Alexa, honey. Alexa plays
mm-mm.
everything. And you know what? I have the ring, right? The ring security.
Mm-hmm.
So Alexa, when somebody's at my door, if somebody's at the basement, if somebody's at my back door, if somebody's at there's someone at your back door. There's someone at your basement door. There's someone at your back front door. I love my Alexa. She be telling me
Yeah,
where
I ain't
everybody.
gonna let Alexa get in my business like that.
Girl, I love my Alexa. Oh, hold up. I think this is TC. Hey,
I knew
TC.
she couldn't resist. I
What's
knew she was
up?
coming.
What's up, boo?
What's up,
What's up,
Mel? What's up,
Tiffany?
the hood table? Yeah.
You don't
Look, I
need
was
that
waiting because
dick,
I
you
knew
don't
you
need
was finna hit the
cable.
link.
Hop on YouTube. Welcome to the hood table.
Hey,
Ew.
hey, hey, hey. See, I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, I
Oh,
know
yes,
all about that.
girl.
Beatboxing girl.
I used to try to beatbox once upon a
But
time.
see,
Everybody used to try to beatbox.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Y'all just Xing out the X generation so bad. Talking about Al B. Short is 60 something years old. Al B.
No,
Al
I
B
said
is
I
at
thought he was like
57. That's my
55.
generation. That's my boo. All of them my boos. Okay, all of
That's
them
what
my
I'm no
generation.
joke said. I'm no joke said he's 57 going
Yeah.
on
See,
58.
I thought he was like 55.
You said 62.
No,
And I didn't know how old he was. I don't know.
I thought he was older than me, but I didn't think he was that much older than me. So that's why I gave him 55 because I'm about to be 52.
Yeah. Oh, you also X generation, so yeah.
She's a
Yeah,
baby. Mel is a
I'm an
baby.
old head. I'm an old head.
You're still a baby.
How
Please.
about Unbreak My Heart by Tony Braxton?
Yeah.
Unbreak my heart.
Oh,
Say
say you love me again.
undo this hurt you cause when you walk out.
Walk up- Wait. See, you sing it. You ain't singing it like that. You got to slow it down.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
gotta, you gotta,
I'm
you
not
gotta
even gonna
feel it.
attempt it.
Unbreak my heart.
Say you love me again. Undo this hurt that you cause when you and you gotta sing with that
Walk
that
out
That
hurt.
crashing.
and walk out of my life.
There you go. There you go.
My breath is
Yes.
tears.
I cried so many nights. Yes. That's
And
Unbreak.
it. That's right.
was that on the same one as the Lord should have brought you home last night?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait a minute. I think it was. I think it
So that
was.
was her
I think
first
so.
one,
Yeah.
right? Love should have brought you home last night was the first one, wasn't it? Because I know it was in the
Girl, don't think you're
Eddie
lying.
Murphy. I know it was in Eddie Murphy's movie. That was my first time hearing of her. And I think, yeah, that was my first time hearing of Tony when they played that song in Boomerang.
And that girl still sounds good. She be on them damn tours, doing
We finna go see
concerts.
her for now, your birthday, girl.
I
I know
would
that's right.
see.
I'm going to see him too
You
when they
going
get
to
to Philly.
New Edition, boys, and me and Tony?
Absolutely, you daggone. Yes,
You know
ma'am.
what?
That's
They
what I'm
were.
thinking.
I think they were in Kansas City a couple of weeks back, and a lot of people from here drove up there to see them.
Well,
Yeah.
my
Yep.
baby is turning 16 for her. So for her sweet 16, I gave her the option of a party or if she wanted to go see New Edition. So she wants to go see New Edition. So we got us some front row seats
I
and
know
we
that's
finna go
right.
turn up for baby girl birthday.
And make
Yes,
sure you get a lot
Lord.
of footage. Make sure you get a lot of footage.
Honey, because that was her first concert. I took her to her first concert when she was 14 and we went and saw them. So me and because I'm a big New Edition fan. You know, when y'all was talking about it, you and Landlord and them were talking about the other day. I'm one of them people. Every time they come through, I'm gonna go see them.
That's
So
it.
like
That's
we
it.
saw them at Chastain Park in Atlanta, and I got the package where we could do the meet and greet. So Naya was upset. Now mind you, baby, and she like 10. And she
Mhm.
like, Mom, that's not fair. You got to meet him and I didn't get to meet him. So this time, she don't know it yet, but she actually gonna get to meet him this time.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
cool.
gonna be a highlight for her. Yes, Lord.
That's
Yes.
what's up. That's what's
So
up.
so I cannot wait to see her face when we get there and stuff. So yeah, she gonna get a chance to and hopefully everybody will be there because when we met them, it was Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, and I think it was just them, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. Because Ralph and Johnny went with him when we met him. But yeah, we got a month. Her birthday is March 25th. The concert
I used
March
to
the
love
28th.
Ronnie. Ooh, I was a Ronnie. Ooh.
Oh,
You
look
like
at
those
you.
light skinned pretty boy.
Oh, Ronnie was.
He ain't like he's not light skinned. He a little
He's
caramel
like he's
complected.
brown.
Compared to the
He's
He
compared to
just
the
brown.
has
rest of them, though.
he just has those dreamy light eyes. That's all.
Yes, he's
Well, he was
brown, and he
for
looks
us.
so
We called him light skinned because the rest of them was dark.
Well, he
Nah,
is
no,
compared to the other one,
light skin is Albie Shore, Christopher Thing. That's light
yeah,
skin.
he wasn't light skinned, but he was
I'm
Yeah,
one of
nah.
them people. I don't have no men where you either light or you dark for me. So, but
Yeah, but
I always like Ricky Bell. That was my boy.
Ricky's
Yeah,
nice.
he
And he's
alright.
smart.
He alright.
Until I saw the movie though and saw how much cocaine he was doing, that kind of changed my image a little bit. But yeah,
That was a thing back then, though. Shit, most people we liked was doing cocaine.
yeah. But when I saw him in the movie in that light, it just kind of like I don't know. It changed the way I looked at him
Yeah,
because I remember
looked at,
remember he had to go to rehab and he was telling his wife, you know, singing is the only thing I know how to do. What am I do? Get a job working with your uncle selling cars? And I was like, wow, that is something to think about. He never did nothing else but sing.
because they ain't that they since they was little kids. That's all they know.
Mhm.
In
And
actuality,
when they little kids, they introduced to a lot of them drugs as a child. Let's keep it a buck, right? They
yeah,
introduced to a lot of that shit as kids.
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then
They were,
people
and they
wondered
were, and
why
they
they
were
on
one of the
crack.
first. They were one of the first of in our era. That was like, I mean,
Yeah.
before then, it wasn't a new edition. It was like the Temptations, the
Oh,
Four
the
Tops, and
Jackson
all of that.
5, and that's
Yeah.
20 years
They
before.
were, and then they were doing it. They were doing it like in a certain way. They dressed a certain way, and it
Mhm.
was a certain look. Of course, they were going to be sought after in so many different ways on so many different levels. So,
But it's just
listen,
so
when a
sad.
person, it's not the person what they do, it's how they respond to it and how
Yeah.
they deal with it. I don't see what's wrong with selling cars. I think that might have put food on his table on some days he might not have
Yeah.
known about it. And you never ever discount that.
Right.
Um, but and don't ever put down what somebody was doing, because you don't know who was putting food on your table in your absence. That's what we call humility. But
Mhm.
his talent, of course, and he's a good business person. I must say, he's a pretty
Yeah.
decent business person. At the end of the day, he
But
just
I
had to get
felt
his
so sorry
self
for
together.
them, the way they were taking advantage. Well, not just them. A lot of these artists, like when I watched the TLC movie and saw how Pebbles did them with, making all that money off of them, they weren't
Yeah,
seeing none of the
yeah.
money. And like every time you turn on the radio, you hearing their songs, so you thinking they getting paid, and they really
Mm-mm.
just, you know,
Yeah,
I felt
that's
bad
true.
about that.
That is true, because there were people that were in the game behind the scenes who
Mm-hmm.
understood the dynamics of the business, and I guess they were lawyering it up legally,
Mm-hmm.
taking the people's name, the rights to their names. As a matter of fact, to this day, I don't know if you remember the 3 Degrees, but um, you remember Soul Train?
Yeah.
Remember the song to Soul Train? Do,
Yeah.
do, 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 do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That was the 3 Degrees. And they sing a lot of other songs. They don't have the right to their name. So they
What?
can't even tour here in the
Yeah.
United States. They have to
And
go,
that's crazy.
they have to go to other countries. And this is to this day.
Yeah. Well, remember when Prince stopped being Prince and he was just the
Yes.
artist
Right.
formerly known?
There
And
you go. Right.
one of my hip hop groups that I always like was 8 Ball and MJG, and they always talk about they first CD they came, or tape back then, they came out with. They ain't had the rights to it, so people in one of their songs they talking about people be singing the lyrics, but they didn't have the rights to it. So I'm like, this is just so unfair because their voices are the ones that are selling the stuff, but
Hmm.
the people with all of the knowledge of the contracts are making all the money. So I hate that for them. But it
Yeah, a
seems like
lot of
people are
that's
getting
how a
on
lot
top
of
of it
people
now.
that's how a lot of people ended up being one hit wonders too. It wasn't because
Yeah,
people used to throw shade at the one hit wonders, but it was
yeah.
usually because they got suckered into these. Well, I don't even want to say suckered in, but they were naive. They were
Misinformed.
young.
Yeah,
They might have been poor. They might have come from the hood, and they got
yeah,
suckered into these deals. And then by the time the first album went out of shit, they owed so much money. They still sleeping in their cars and shit.
yeah.
They still owe these people all this money. And so a lot of people who were really talented became one hit wonders because of these producers and these labels took
Yeah,
advantage
just
of,
gouging them.
yeah, gouging them.
Because
But
I remember, because I used to listen to Tom Jones and them all the time, and they used to tease about how if you watch Unsung, you need to watch it in reverse because it always starts out one way, and in the end, after everybody then took them for a ride, the artist usually ends up with, a sob story.
Right.
So I was so disappointed in a lot of those when I heard, and then they were so quick. Like even when we talking about the cocaine, they would be so quick to let them get hooked on them drugs and stuff, knowing that was going, to make it
they
easier
have
for them to
they
take advantage of them.
they would have the drug deal. They would have the shit
Yeah,
there, like Kool-Aid or Punch or Cake. They
right.
would have the shit just out there for everyone.
That's
Oh,
Absolutely.
why.
partake. Just enjoy yourself. Make yourself at home. That's how
Mm-hmm.
it was.
And
They were
then
they was
people,
doing. they were doing that at that level while they were having college students and credit cards being
Yep.
given, and it was just
Yeah.
look, and
Now I fell
all
in
like
that
you said,
trap.
and like you
I fell in
always a
that
death
college
trap.
trap with the credit cards because we would
Oh,
go. I
please, me
remember when I
too.
was in school, they had a table and it was just full of credit card applications and had all the
Absolutely.
students filling them out. I'm working at Taco Bell making what $4.35 an hour, and they done gave me a Sears card with a $800 limit and another card, and I just told my credit all the way up.
Girl, I told my credit up that way too. And when my sons got older, I told them, I said, this is what's going to happen as soon as you go to college. So a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times when mail would come, trash, trash, trash,
Mm-hmm.
all credit cards, every single fucking piece of mail. Throw it
Because it
away.
was
Throw it
Mhm.
away.
predatory. It was
I said,
predatory.
when
They
you
knew
get
we
there,
couldn't pay
have
that
one
shit.
card. I said, all you need is
Right.
get one major card and use that major card or get a gas station card, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But don't get every fucking card for every fucking store in the mall. You don't need that.
No, you
And you
definitely
run through
don't.
that money so fast, you be to hit that damn limit so fast, and then the interest start eating your ass up and shit.
And all you're
Yeah,
doing is paying interest for the next 5 to 10, 15 years or however long you keep
exactly,
that credit card. Mhm.
exactly. I bought them lessons.
Yep, same here. We all go through. A lot of us have all drove the
Mm-hmm.
same road, of life. No matter
Yeah,
where
because
you
Deanna was
are.
just talking about that this morning. Remember
Yep,
with people cashing out? I did the whole for cashing out your 401k thing because when I left the job instead of rolling it over, I just got the money and then they done took like 40% of it.
yep. They
So
take
Right.
hmm Yeah, they
but they
take a.
don't tell you that.
Of course not. Just like when I said when I was growing up, my mother and them didn't teach me about bank accounts and credit and
Right.
all that kind of stuff. I
Well,
didn't.
well, now, I'm gonna be honest with you. We got to give credit where credit is due. Pardon the pun. They do tell you,
They tell you what
and
they know.
no, that's all you can tell somebody.
Right. That's what I'm
You
saying.
can,
Compared
They,
to
you
they
can't
told
tell
us, but
you
their
can't tell
knowledge was
somebody
so
that,
limited.
but what I'm saying is that with the 401ks or whatever, they tell you that they're gonna take 40% or 30% or 37%. They tell you that. They ask you, do you want it to roll over? They ask you that.
No, they
But
didn't ask me.
Oh, I thought you were
Either
talking
that
about
or
like.
I was not paying attention because I would have remembered that when I get ready to file my taxes, I'm gonna have to pay the state because they taking the federal now, but I still got to pay the state. I learned that the hard way.
mm,
Because
Mm,
had I known, and the crazy part was like one of my first jobs, I had some good jobs. The first one I had, they was matching 4 to 1. You can't even find nobody harder to do 1 to 1 now. They were matching us 4 to 1.
yeah, that's great.
I don't know how
But I
much
didn't know
ours
what to do with
match.
that.
I think ours match five, five or
5 to 1.
something. It's really
That's
high.
good.
It's
That's
really
that's
high.
because I left
Hmm.
that job and when I came back, they weren't even doing it no more. But if you were already had been there and were grandfathered in, you still were
Hmm.
getting that rate. But now, a lot of times we lucky if we get 1 to 1. Because I
Yeah,
had one job where they weren't matching at all. And I was like, well, and this is before I really understood how credit and stuff and all that stuff worked. So I was like, well, if they're not matching it, then just like a savings account, I can do my own savings account. So
That's
I
true.
learned that
That's true.
I learned that the hard way too, because that's not necessarily true because you're missing out on the tax advantage because it's pre-tax.
yeah. But I really think
So
ours is like five or six. It's really high. I just can't remember if it's 5 or 6. But then also we got after you be there so long, you get a stake in the company too. So I have
yeah,
that too.
yeah.
But if I ever do retire, I'll be looking at that shit every month. I'm like, oh, there's a lot of money. I just wish I could take it right now.
But see, I'm trying to play catch up because I didn't really learn all of the stuff I needed to know until I was like 40. Because like every time I left a job, because I used to change jobs like every 3 years. So I'm cashing my shit out. I'm like, I'm still young. I got plenty of time before I retire. And then once I hit 40, that's when it started looking real. And I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, I'm just getting
Hmm.
started.
Yep, and I'm no Joe said it's supposed to be stated in the policy, but if you did go to human resources, just ask questions. But yeah,
Well, see,
Yeah.
when I was 22 and 23, I didn't know the ask. I didn't know what to ask. I'm just pulling the money out and all of this stuff. So, but
well, I
like I
did it
said,
too.
I bought them. I bought
I
them
did it
lessons.
because when I was at this job way back in the day, way back in the day, it was a telemarketing, but I was there for almost 3 years, and then they just
Mm-hmm.
shut down and they moved to New Jersey or somewhere like that. They moved the whole company, and
Mm-hmm.
all my 401k, I cashed out everything. I was 22, 23. I'm like, I didn't give a fuck. I need that
Man,
money. I just had a new baby. And y'all just quit. Like they called us up one day on payday, said we shutting down today, y'all last day. That's how it went. After being there
mm,
3 years. And so I was like, I was crying all the way home because I had literally my baby was 3 months old. And
mm,
I was living in these raggedy ass apartments in the hood. I mean, I was already barely making it because we was making like at that time, I think we were making like $8 an hour. That's how long ago that was. And so
Hmm.
they just shut us down. Come pick up your check.
so no warning or
That's
nothing.
it. See, it was funny
Wow.
because this what happened. So for weeks and weeks before that, it was rumors. You know how be rumors around the job.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
hearing that they gonna close, that they gonna relocate. We hearing these rumors. I don't know where the rumors came from, but people were talking about it. I was in on the rumors. And so then I
Mm-hmm.
went to one of my supervisors and I asked her about it. She said, "Oh, don't be listening to the rumors. Don't be listening to all that stuff. People just stirring up mess. We fine. We fine." Girl, I promise you, the next paycheck that came around, they called everybody to the front podium because you know how if you ever worked in a telemarketing, it might be a big old floor, and then it'd be
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
that podium in the front where all the supervisors sit or whatever. And they pulled us up there and they said, "Today will be the last day. Pick up your
But
check
did
over
the supervisor really not know, or was she just
They knew.
bullshitting?
They knew.
Okay.
They knew.
Okay.
But they couldn't feed into all the, because they would have just stirred
Because
a whole bunch
everybody
of.
been to quit.
Yeah, yeah, most likely. Most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so that's what happened. Now, one thing I can say was they had an option where you could either take your severance package that we're offering, or you could try to sue them or something. That you had like two options, and you went in this aisle for this or that aisle for that. And then I had just had a baby; he was 3 months old. I went and got that severance, and they paid us for 3 months. They paid. Matter of fact, it was such a good severance. Of course, we got our vacation and PTO and all that shit that was racked up. But then on top of that, they paid us our same regular pay for like 3 months, and then they also gave us a lump sum on top of that.
Shit, that was
Hmm.
good.
So
I
And
ain't
I got
and
know
my
that
were
was
regular
you
severance.
I got my
were you
regular pay, 40 hours a week, whatever that is, for 3 months as if I was still working. And then we got a lump sum on top of
Mm-hmm.
that. And that was based off of how many years you had been there. So of course, the longer you were there, the bigger your lump sum was. But my lump sum was still pretty nice.
Well, at least
what
they did that.
and after that were you able to apply for unemployment?
No, because I found another job by then.
No, no, no. Were you able to apply for unemployment?
I mean, I
Like
could have, but I found
if you
another
didn't.
job.
No, no, no. That's not the question. I know you got another job, so you didn't have to. Say
But was
you
that an
didn't
option?
have another job, and you after the 3 months and after the last pay and stuff like that, would you have been able to apply for unemployment?
I don't know because I found another job. I immediately found another job like a little later, but I didn't get my first paycheck till like damn near a month and a half because I found the
Okay.
job, I got the job, but then you have to wait till training and all that. So it was a minute before I found training. But I didn't go to unemployment because I had all this money. I had thousands and thousands of dollars in the bank.
Yeah, but
So
listen,
I just started looking
you
for
had
another
that
job.
money, but you had responsibilities too,
But
and
I was
so
taking care of those responsibilities and applying for jobs that whole time.
I
See,
I
that's one
understand
thing.
that.
Whenever I lose a job or
Everything.
get laid off, I
You
immediately go searching for jobs, and I always find a job right away.
Well, at
So
least
most
they
gotcha.
times I've
offered
been laid
y'all.
off or fired. I've never had unemployment in my life because every time I got fired over the years or laid off, I immediately hit the street running, filling out applications, and I get a job just like that. So I never ever apply for
So
unemployment.
you didn't stay in touch with anybody else who might have You know.
I mean, I had a lot of homies there, but I can't remember. This was years ago. My son is 28.
Okay.
I can't remember
Well,
if
you know
anybody
what?
applied for unemployment. I just know what I did. I started applying for jobs, and I got me a job right away.
Well, at least
So
they gave me all the severance because I was under when you first were telling the story. I'm thinking they just kicked y'all out and like we closed.
Yeah, exactly.
ah,
Yeah.
and I'm no
Yeah,
joke. And
that's good.
if you found a job quick, let me tell you, I'm no joke. Let me tell you, when you come from where I come from, I mean, scratching and surviving, and you got 2 kids, and you experience homelessness. I don't play if my job told me today that I was fired, I will be tomorrow on the internet for 8 to 12 hours filling out applications. Not just tomorrow, but every fucking day afterwards.
Yep, you
That's
do what you
that's
want to
my
do.
that's my skilo. I'm not one
Mm.
of those bitches that sit around and wait for a paycheck or food stamps or none of that bullshit. I mean, I immediately I'm filling out applications. I'm going to interviews. I mean, everywhere from Walmart to the gas stations to the McDonald's to the Taco Bells to the 401 to the 400, the Fortune 400 company. I'm everywhere filling out
Mm-hmm.
applications. I've always been like that. I've always had 2 or 3 jobs for years. I don't play that shit.
Yep,
Nope.
you gotta be on. You gotta have a strong hustle game.
Because the scariest thing for me is one thing to be homeless when you by yourself, but the scariest thing
Mm-hmm.
to be homeless with kids. And I will never. As long as I got breath in my body, I will mow your grass. I will wipe your baby ass. I will do anything to take care of my kids. Anything. So nope. Yep. I
Hmm.
always found jobs really quick. Always. And then I'm smart too. You know, I got a lot of experience with a lot of different real estate to sales to I got a lot of experience, a lot of different things. So it's not hard for me to find a job. But and I worked at banks too. Not like in the front part, but I worked like, have y'all ever worked at a place where they do like the checks and all the
Mm-hmm.
checks come in and you like scan them through the thing?
I know
Uh,
some people that didn't
I've
work
heard
for it,
those
but I
things.
ain't never done it.
All you
Yeah.
doing all day is scanning, and it's 10 key, and my 10 key is like 20,000. My shit is like, girl, can't fuck with my 10 key and my typing. I do like 100 something an hour just typing. My 10 key, oh, that's a wop. That's a lot.
What is
So
that for? Like data entry?
yeah, like just the
See,
keypad, just the
we didn't
numbers.
call it that, but I was always good with that too because I used to do like where you had to put in mileage and stuff and like
Mm-hmm.
for trucking companies and everything. And so I mean I didn't realize how much faster than everybody else I was going because people started like, we're gonna need you to slow down because you make
Oh
it
yeah.
look
With
bad.
just the number pad, that's the 10 key with the number pad, 1 through 9 and the zero.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
10 key.
I can do that with my eyes closed.
Oh
So
yeah, I can.
yeah.
I'm a bad bitch at 10 key. I'm talking 20 some thousand. I mean, I'm just boom. I'll go through that
Mm-hmm.
shit just like that because I took a typing class all through high school, and me and
Yep.
this I'll never forget this girl named Puffy. Me and her used to challenge each other every typing test, and it
Yeah,
was
because we
always
had
us across
competitions
our
for that.
class. We had
We
our
had
we had our papers all on the walls outside the classroom. We was bad in high school with typing.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. We
mhm.
did that too. They don't even do that no more. They don't do they even teach that now?
I don't know, but
Keyboard?
I'm glad they taught it then because I'm telling you,
Me
by the time
too.
I graduated high school, I was doing like 90 words a minute in high school with no
Yeah.
error.
Yeah, I don't even think they teach that now.
Yep, I think the highest I got up
Cause
to was like,
we had a regular typewriter. We ain't had no keyboard. We had like a typewriter
oh
with
yeah,
the
we had the
ribbon.
keyboard. We had the keyboard. Yeah, we had the
Nah,
keyboard.
we
But
had the ribbon and everything, girl.
yeah, I wouldn't know what to do with no damn type with the typewriter. I ain't never did a typewriter before, but that shit is hard because my godmom, the one when I say I stayed with my god sister's grandma, their mom,
Mm-hmm.
she can type damn near. I mean, on a typewriter, she can type like damn near 160 on a
Yep.
typewriter.
That's
I'm
that's
like,
high.
no way,
That's
how you
very high.
do this shit?
And she didn't have to use no correction thing.
No, like that's that because she's from that era where that's what
Yep.
they used back then.
Yep. That's what
Yep.
I started out on.
And when I see those TV shows and those movies and they be going at it on them typewriter and just
Uh-huh.
you know how the thing go back. I mean, damn, ooh, y'all
Yeah.
good.
Cause that's my friends be talking about me now. They be like, "Girl, you know you be tearing up a keyboard." I be like, "Shit, I got to get it in."
I'm no Justin. I've been fired from the bank in New York. Laugh out. My mom helped. You got retired from the bank. I hear you. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Girl, one time I worked 3 jobs. I had remember the job I was telling y'all about with the checks? I worked a
Mm-hmm.
regular job in the morning. I did the check thing at night, and on the weekend I did Dollar Tree. Not Dollar
Yep.
Tree. What's the other one? Dollar General. It was Dollar General. I worked three
Mm-hmm.
jobs for 3 months. At one point
I
with my
did
kids.
that too. Well,
When I tell you,
I don't know how you were able to do it with kids now. I ain't never
I'm hustling.
like
Thank
I
God
was.
my mom.
You must have had like somebody who could watch them and stuff.
It was my mama. My mama, she
Okay.
kept and because remember I told you my mom, she never really had to work. She just worked when she wanted to because dad, he hustled. But she would keep them like on the weekends and then like at night if I had to work really late, she would keep them. But then as they got older, the
Mm-hmm.
oldest one was old enough to keep the youngest one, but still she would like keep an eye on them and she would come over to the house
Well,
sometimes.
that's good.
Yeah,
That's
but
good.
yeah, my mom was very involved. After we reconnected, after my oldest one was born, and we reconnected because I wanted her in their life, then we developed a mother-daughter relationship after that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she was always there.
Well, luckily, I mean, I didn't have any kids, but the thing was, I didn't live. I left home at 20, so I everywhere I lived after that, I ain't had no family or nobody there. So if I had a had kids, I don't know, it would have been kind of hard because I was in a whole nother state or whatever, and I ain't really know nobody.
Yeah,
But
well,
I ain't had none, so I worked them 2, 3 jobs too.
yeah,
My hustle game was
it's
real
hard. You
strong.
gotta do what you gotta do. Like I'm no Joe said, you got it's either like there were so many people I grew up with that I literally saw with kids, and it was horrible situations for them. Like them and all their kids just moving here, moving there, staying with whoever. Just kids don't have their own room; they just sleeping wherever in somebody's house. I know what it feels like to struggle and to be without no roof. Like I was lucky to have certain people in my life to let me stay with them here and
Yeah,
there out the way. So I couldn't imagine that would just kill
not
me.
having that
That would
support.
kill me if I didn't have. I mean, child. I can't. That'd be like I just couldn't do it. I don't even want to think. I don't want to imagine being homeless with my children. I don't want to, and so that's why I worked really, really hard. And I always had a
Hmm.
hustle. I raised my kids to know that you can have a very good job, but still, if there is something that you like to do, like even if it's hobby, even like it's cutting hair or
Hmm.
creating computer games or doing this or doing that, fixing on cars, develop that hobby to where that could be something you could possibly do on the side, you know,
Hmm.
just in case that job do let you go.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
you got to have the multiple streams of income.
yes, because cakes saved me a lot too over the year.
I bet
Fix
you.
cakes for people,
Yep.
shit. Like brother Jay was in here earlier, and we was talking about how Audio spent $130 in a Uber to go fight Lemon, and still didn't end up fighting. And brother Jay was like, "You could have gave that $130 to the hood table for a cake." I said, "No, they couldn't. Add about another 120 to that bitch." Nah, I'm like, "No, my cake's at the minimum is 150 peso." So yeah,
All
he
Yeah,
right.
I heard you correct him.
yeah 150 minimum.
That's right. There you go. Good.
Know your worth.
130. Now maybe if it's something really, really small, like a really small cake or something like that, maybe. But I'm into the custom decorating, so I don't do basic.
Right.
Right.
On a basic cake, you go to Walmart. And I have turned
Hmm.
down basic cake orders before, and don't judge me, but I'm not a basic cake decorator.
I get you.
So no. Nope. But yeah, so
Go
it
big
is.
or stay home.
I mean, I'm for real. I had this one guy tell me, I want you to make me a cake. I want a chocolate cake, but I don't want all them decorations on it. I was like, you're not going to, because see, the thing about it is when you make a cake for somebody, they're obviously going to post it and they're going to say who
Yeah.
made it, all that multiple, right?
Yep, you're
So,
advertising.
basic ass cake, and then you post it and be like, oh, she made this cake for me. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I
Nope.
feel you on it.
Because I emphasize my custom personalization in my craft.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So by you displaying a basic ass cake for me, if somebody looked at that cake, they might not go to me for a
Right.
custom. You know what I'm saying?
I know what
Yep.
you're saying.
Right.
I know
So
exactly what you're
some
saying.
people feel a little slighted if I tell them shit like that. But I'm like, I'm sorry, go to Walmart
Yeah.
or make it yourself.
Right.
Well, my thing with stuff like that, and I'm trying to teach my daughter this. Kids now, they want to do the quickest, easiest route. Like even when she came home today to my son. I was the first one to finish up my work. I was like, that don't mean shit. Were you the best one to finish up your work? Well, they ain't getting no grade by speed. They giving you grade by quality. And I'm like, anything you put your name on, it needs to reflect quality. She don't get that. I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't care if you sweeping floors. They need to be able to tell when Naya swept a floor versus anybody else.
That was a badass sweeper, boy. I'm telling you, that girl could sweep the
Like,
dirt off the floor. Like, yeah, like
like I did fast food and stuff, and like when I was at Taco Bell and I was
McDonald's.
closing, you could definitely tell when I had closed because everything was like perfect. I don't
Oh, I
care what the
used to work
job
at
is, you're gonna be good at it.
I
Or
used
why
to work
do it?
at McDonald's and Burger King. Like, I'm no joke, in the chat said McDonald's, Burger King, White Castle, Macy's, hospitals, shit, everywhere. When I used to work at Burger King, we used to flood the floors at night, right? I don't know if y'all did that at y'all restaurants. If you worked
Well,
at
sort of like that
we
with the
kind of
scrub
flood the
brush.
floor with the scrub brush and all the
Yep,
soap bubbles.
yep,
Man, we be over there sliding and playing around in the stove, but that bitch be spotless by the time we leave there for the morning shift.
exactly.
And that was the funnest part of the night, flooding the floor. I don't know
Well, see,
why we
my thing was when you do good work though, they want to reward you with more work, and I'm just like,
that's,
man, I need a
that,
break too. Every time I come in, they got me on the schedule as a closer. I'm like, can nobody else do it?
that's true. That's true. And I don't know, Joe said I took cosmetology. Now, if I did hair, if I could do some hair, and
I
I can't
can
do
see
hair.
you doing it because you creative anyway.
I
You
can't do
probably could
hair.
do hair.
I can't even French braid.
Really? I'm
And I
surprised.
tried. I tried for years. My oldest son had long hair, and I couldn't do his hair. I told
Okay,
you the story how I used to go with this guy that had really long hair, really
I don't
long,
remember that one.
and I used to try to braid his hair, and I'd be on one braid for like 3 hours.
Now,
And he'd be
is it
sitting there
because
playing his
you were
video game.
is it
Bro,
because you were a perfectionist
no,
or because
it's
you
because I
just
didn't know what the
can?
fuck I was doing, and it was fucked up every time I did it. And he would be sitting there playing his video games. It's okay, baby. Keep trying. He didn't want me to do his hair. It wasn't like that, but I wanted to learn, so he wasn't always sitting in between some other bitch's legs, getting
Yeah,
his hair
was that
braided.
doing that Mario stage when he had that song out braid my hair?
Yeah, I'm like, he be having to go sit in front of other females and get his hair braided. So I tried to braid the hair. It didn't work with him. It didn't work with my son. It didn't work. So I gave up. I can't do hair. I
Well,
can't do hair.
I can braid, but I can't braid like I take night to get hers braided because when I do it, I can be then just finished. It look like it been braided for a week.
Girl, I can't braid
I
hair.
can't get that
As
tight.
like,
You know how they can do it real tight and neat. I can't do that.
And as far as regular hair, like I can flat iron and I
Oh,
can bump
sorry,
and I
y'all.
can have a little pixie and I can even do the little bitty curl. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. But I can't like create I'm not creative when it comes to hair like that. Nope. I'm not creative. Even in my house. Like if you ever came to my house and you looked around my house, you'll see it's like decorated, but it ain't like Like when I was at the Moo party last week for my homegirl, you know, the one who's battling the cancer, right? She threw a Moo party. When I got to the house and I saw the host, I was like, what? It was at my cousin's house, which is by marriage because she's married to my cousin, my guy cousin. And I didn't even know that's where it was. When you walk in her house, you think this bitch a billionaire or a millionaire or some shit. I mean, there's all the shit, the heavy ass art. I mean, just the whole house.
Nice.
It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. And everybody's just in awe of just everything on her walls, to her floors, to her tables, to her, you know what I'm saying?
She had her table setting?
You walk in my house, be like, oh, this is nice. Nice house.
She had her table setting?
Girl, she got everything. I mean,
no, did she have her table set though?
Yes, table setting and everything. Like the mats, all the shit lined up and down the table, you know, and it's just
wonderful.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I love it, but I'm just not that type of person. I don't need all that shit. You know what I mean? It's not like I probably can't do it. I'm just a simple person and I like simple shit. I don't need all that glamorous shit in my house. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. But
I like that shit. That's nice.
See? Remember the finger waves? And what about the pin curls?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Ow. Yeah.
They used to call that it was the Betty Davis, right?
Yes. And don't forget the pineapple waves.
The pineapple, the real, right? Really, yeah. The real Betty Boop and then the Betty Davis. It was really Betty Boop.
We knew about some hair. We knew about some hair then. Nowadays, all they do is do a sew-in, and they just want the long, flowy shit. They don't know about the pin curls and the pin curls and the pineapple waves and the finger waves and. We had style, especially in the 90s, from our clothes to our music to our hair. They couldn't tell us shit.
That's right. Even to the last of their Mohicans, the Bo Derek trying to take our cornrows. Y'all not gonna be able to take our stuff, and we're not letting you. Yes. So get off our yacht and go somewhere and go to the moon.
Remember the Dookie braids?
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm. I didn't care for them.
Go yeah.
The Dookie braids, yes.
They were too big. I didn't like them. But I did the finger waves though.
But see, here's the thing: everything's not for everybody.
That's true.
And I'm grateful that there's certain things that damn sure wasn't for me. That somebody else could adapt to it and make it, and some people make it look pretty decent, but damn it, no, it's not for me.
Girl.
But we are the creators of it all.
You know what, y'all ladies? We was the only generation that could have 5 hairdos on one head.
Oh yes.
True.
You're most definitely right.
We had pin curls, a swoop, finger waves, a bun.
We had
We
some
had
crinkles in the back.
The crinkles in the back, like waterfalls.
Yes.
That's what they used to call
Remember the asymmetric? Remember the asymmetric?
Yes, the salt and pepper. Salt and pepper house.
Yes, the salt and pepper.
What we call it? Asymmetrical bob.
Yes. Yes.
And them freeze curls. Remember the freeze curls?
Yes, Lord.
Yes, and them bitches wouldn't move
Wouldn't move a bit.
They wouldn't move all week.
No, right. All week. You're damn right. And you could go clubbing. God. You could go clubbing with it. Get back up, do something else. Go to church with it, and then come home and then be ready on Monday with it. Same thing. You could do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Change it up here, change it up there, and but all shit.
Did I pull out a throwback on your ass? I know it ain't Throwback Thursday, but you tried.
You was rocking it.
The Sally Jesse Raphael glasses.
Yep, I remember when those were.
I had the asymmetrical Jerry curl.
Girl, I had it too.
Oh, look at you.
with my Gap in my mouth.
But you know what? Yeah, I didn't even notice it until you pointed it out.
Girl, I hate my Gap. I hate
Do
my
you
Gap.
still have it?
Yes, I've always had my Gap. And my stepdad, when I was younger, when he got a little insurance at one of his jobs, he was like, "Pooh, you know we can get you some braces." And I was like, "I don't want no braces on my teeth." He was like, "All right, I ain't gonna keep asking you."
But
I was
it's
like,
not like a really wide gap though.
"Girl, I still didn't like it though, because people used to tease me."
See, I had one too. Well, I didn't have braces, but now I done fucked around and chipped my damn tooth. And
Yeah.
it's the one in the front. I hate that shit too.
Yes, people used to tease me about my Gap, and then a lot of things that I say won't always come out right because of the Gap. Like
Mhm.
so, I used to get teased for some of the words I would say too. I didn't have like a list or nothing like that, but you know, when you have a Gap, sometimes some words they just don't because of your tongue and the Gap and the teeth and
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
What
So
was it like? Suckering succotash?
well, like what's one like dish. I still
What?
struggle sometimes with dish liquid because I would
Dish
always
This-
liquid?
I would always
Okay.
say
Dish
dish
liquid.
liquid. I would always say dish liquid
Oh
instead of
wow.
this liquid. Yeah,
You can't be saying that in the wrong places
yeah,
now.
I
that's
know,
right.
right?
That's right. And people would tease me like sausages. I still say
That's what
sausage.
I was
Like
thinking.
that's one of the ones, you know.
That
And
is
yeah,
too cute. That is
That's
too
like
cute.
one of my best friends. She always said bathroom, like with a FR instead of THR.
a lot of
Exactly.
words I say with the F instead of the T because of my yeah. And so people used to tease me. So yeah, I didn't always like my Gap.
Well, I had one too. I ain't kidding. I had spaces that I had to wear braces for like 6 fucking years because if you got crowded teeth, you don't have to wear them as long. I had spaces on the bottom, so I had to wear them hoes for 6 years. And like when I went to get them off, the orthodontist had jokes, right? Because like when I first went to him and he put them on, his daughter had started at UA and she was going to dental school. So like when I saw him later, I was like, yeah, how's your daughter doing? He was like, shoot, long as you've been coming here, she got married, she got grandkids, everything. I was like, oh, you got jokes.
Wow.
Oh, and here's another one. Here's another one, TC. I think
Uh
did I show you this one, TC, or did I show
oh
him?
You
yeah.
showed me that one.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, that's 90s too, ain't it?
Yeah,
That's it. That's exactly.
this was a
Yeah.
college tour, and it was me and my homegirl Kendra doing
Hmm.
the funny face. She's so silly. She's always been silly. But yeah, it was
Hmm.
me and my homegirl Kendra. We was in this dorm at this college. We was doing a college tour. But yep, that's me right
Oh,
there. And
okay.
I used to have a long curl. My hair was down my back. You can't tell here, but it was down my back, and I still have the little asymmetrical thing kind of going on.
Hmm.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay.
Mhm. I'm a
That
little
You know
is
what's
thick.
nice.
crazy though?
I look
Naya,
thick, y'all. You
you know what's crazy is Naya had a school dance early, her homecoming. The theme was 90s. And to be honest, I was like, I don't even know what to tell you to get. I couldn't think of like some standout. Only thing I thought of was like the bamboo earrings and the cross colors. But when I was trying to think of other 90s stuff, I was like, I don't know what to, because she ended up not even
could
doing the
have her
thing.
clothes backwards, all that kind of shit.
Well, yeah, the cross
Yes.
color, but I couldn't find no cross colors.
Not just the cross colors, but had her shirt
Or
on
or
backwards and her
like
jeans on back.
the duck head shorts. I know 90s we did duck head shorts.
Yep, had a zipper in her jeans in the
I
back
will. You
and the
know
button
what? You
in
know
the
what?
back.
You go to one of those places where you go get patches, and you get something. You make your own shit. That's how we used to do it anyway. That's how come all that stuff we got because we would take different stuff and make our own shit.
Cause
Yep, yep.
I remember what was real big in the 90s was like going to the mall and getting those t-shirts that was what you call it, the spray painted, what
You
is
talking about the what is it called?
when you go get their spray paint, whatever you tell them to write on there and all that stuff. What was that called?
Airbrush something.
Airbrush.
airbrush.
Airbrush
That's
was
what it was
big in the
called.
90s. But I was like,
And those other shirts that they used to make, and they used to tie a rubber band around them to make all the colors.
tie-dye.
Like tie-dye.
That's
Yeah.
what, yeah. That listen, we get look. You get a good Jamaican or one of the people from the island, and they would take that stuff and they would make up. You ain't got to go to nobody's mall. We ain't. We. I listen. I didn't go to a mall until I was in college,
Now
and
you
because
grew up in Philly, right?
huh?
You grew up in Philly?
Nope. I'm from Brooklyn.
I don't know why I thought you were from Philly.
From New York.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn,
Okay.
and
Okay.
listen, we would go. We would go to our Jamaican, Puerto Rican folks and make our own tie dye, all that stuff. They take that stuff down to Coney Island, make that stuff, beat it on the rocks and all that kind of stuff. Let me tell you something. And the Jamaicans, girl, we ain't. I didn't see a mall until I was graduating from high school.
Oh wow! And thank you so much. I know Joe said you was a attractive girl. Thank you. I tried. I was a little hot in the ass sometimes too.
Oh
Sometimes.
Lord, no, you see that was
Did you see
that's
that ass back there? I was a little hot in the ass sometimes.
Lord have
I
mercy.
was too thick. I was too thick for my good. I was too thick.
Yeah, you
Mm-mm.
look like a little string bean on that first picture.
On
She
the first picture,
did.
the first picture, I was probably like 14, going on
Mm-hmm.
15. The
Very
second picture,
studious.
the second picture was like 11th grade, the end of 11th grade, going
But
into senior year.
you still
Because
was kind of slim though.
girl,
Yeah.
I went from literally when I started high school, I was probably about 125 or something. So that first picture, I was about 125 probably, maybe
Mm-hmm.
119 or 120 actually. And then by the time from working at McDonald's and Burger King through high school, shit, I had got up to like 150 by my
Girl,
senior year.
you still ain't nothing shit.
I mean,
Exactly.
I was like, but see, when you compare yourself to all the skinny girls at school,
Well, you know, I
But
know.
you
yeah.
know, I felt like sometimes I felt like
I
I
get
was
that.
fat. I felt fat
I
at
get that.
times. And when I
But
look back now,
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, you wasn't fat. You fat now, but you wasn't fat then.
yeah,
That's
because you look thin to me on both of them.
Exactly.
girl.
You do look thin. So
See,
But I
that's
do know how it
that's because
is.
the top, the top. See, the first one you saw the top, and then the
Uh-huh.
second one I'm still kind of small at the top. It was my bottom that was kind of, and then I used to wear tight jeans to try to conceal it all because I was always trying to be smaller. Like, so I wear
And
tight jeans.
how was tight jeans gonna help that? Let's go, don't accentuate the positive.
Because I wasn't trying to accentuate shit. I wasn't
I
trying to
was just
accentuate a
gonna say,
damn thing.
but
I was
I'm
trying to
saying
separate shit up.
the bigger the butt gonna look, right?
Girl,
there you
no, the
go.
type of thing, the smaller my waist will hopefully look, and the smaller my thighs, and the smaller my.
Nah,
I was
that
always
ain't how
Mm.
that works.
felt smaller because the girls at school that
That's not how
I don't
black men work
Yeah,
anyway. I don't know what you was trying to do, but
because I was gonna say that ain't gonna make you look smaller.
mm-mm.
to me it did. To me it did.
Okay.
And then like again, with back in the 90s, that was the prime era when everybody had to be skinny. Everybody had to
Yeah,
and everybody had to be
because
supermodel. The girls at
the
school was rolling up in
narrative.
the bathroom after lunch. They was doing,
Yeah,
I mean, just all kind of shit. And so I just always felt like I was too big.
I
And
get it.
I don't
Because
know.
like everybody was a size 2 and I was a size 10.
Right. And I felt like even when I was a 10 or a 12, oh, when I got up to 14, oh, it's over. It's a
Yeah,
wrap.
Y'all must be
When I got
short.
to 14, I was
I'm
like,
five
oh,
six. I'm five
life
six.
is over at
Okay.
14.
How tall are
Uh,
you, CC?
I'm 5'8.5".
Oh, okay. My
oh, y'all
daughter's five.
small.
See, my daughter's 5'8.5", and she just 15.
Oh my gosh, I'm 5'3". How tall is you, Mel?
5'6".
Oh
Yeah.
damn.
See,
See,
that's
I've
a short.
always
That's a
been,
short women thing.
See,
I've always been
I'm
short.
not short. I'm average.
No.
But see, that's why some of my friends used to call me Munch back in the day because all
Yeah.
I
my
can see
friends
you
were
being a
taller.
munch. I can
All
see
my
you being
friends were
munch and poo.
Yeah, Munch. Oh,
Right.
they
Pooh.
call me Poo Poo. They
Definitely
call me
poo.
Munch. I had a lot of nicknames. Taz, because my temper.
Y'all
Um,
remember? Y'all remember there was a person here on YouTube, a subscriber, and her name was Pooh.
Yeah.
I think
Y'all
so.
remember?
Then she
Right,
used to be over there on what you call you used to be over there, TC.
Bama.
Bama Girls. Yeah, she used to be over there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I think I remember her. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all good. Y'all got good memories. Y'all got good
No, I've
Yeah,
been
memories.
thank
around a
you
long
much.
time now.
No, I know. I mean, but you have good, like you can associate it with certain people. That's good. That's
Yep.
perfect.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah, they
all
used
It,
to
right.
call me
it ain't
Munchkin
what it
because I
used to
was
be.
short. And I used to take offense to it at first. They were like, "You Munchkin," but it kind of just stuck.
See, I always thought short people was cute. They adorable.
I mean,
Cute
I
with
think
Little
they can
cute,
little
exactly
mini
cute,
people.
a
cute with their
Munchkin
mouths,
though.
cute with the mouths closed. But when
Listen
they
to me,
open the
y'all.
mouth,
Think Munchkin and think Wizard of Oz. Like,
ugh,
don't call me no damn Munchkin. The fuck?
But I,
but they just
And
talk a
then they
lot.
shorten it. They shorten it
It's
as
a
Munch.
lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot with them shorties.
yeah.
And then they it's ugh.
You
But anyway,
sound
y'all, I'm about to
terribly
get my ass off
frustrated.
here. We've been on here almost 3 hours.
There's a lot of short people. It's all good. It's just
Yeah. We've been on here about 3 hours, and I do got a 12-hour shift tomorrow while I'm up here just chilling with y'all all night. But
Oh
I
wow.
gotta work 7. I gotta work 7 to 7:30 tomorrow.
Mm.
Oh wow.
So
Okay. Well,
we about to wrap this shit on up, and I'm about to send y'all. I don't know if I can redirect to it. Ain't like I got a lot of people
let
in
me
here.
ask you one last question. Do you or do you not remember if there were any heterosexual men in the B sector?
When?
When? Like when
At
it
any
first
time. At
started?
any time. At any time. At any time.
We do got heterosexual men in the B sector.
I'm trying to think. Um,
Well, I
nobody
mean,
just
we got Ken,
nobody. Mm.
we got Ken, we got Riggs, we got
Well, see,
uh
Riggs knew.
oh well see, are y'all talking about like from the beginning?
That's why I was saying when, because I'm thinking
Well,
she talking
I
about
mean,
back in the day. No, I
yeah,
don't.
like
But
at
if you
least a
talking about
year,
from the beginning,
like
they
a
all
year
were gay.
ago, and like a year ago and beyond and before. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were all gay up
Because
until
I was
maybe
gonna say, right off the top of my head, I can't really think of nobody.
because the
It
only
take,
one that was hetero was Jay Wilson, but everybody thought he was gay and we were right.
but didn't
What about
Bama
Mr.
girl used to
Williams?
have
What
some,
about Mrs.
right?
Williams?
But Mr. Williams,
Okay,
he
yeah,
wasn't here from the beginning, but
right.
that's what I'm saying. Are we
No, but
talking
he's
about
been here
the period
since the
or
Sir King, so he's been here a while.
Oh,
he's been here
I
since Sir
forgot
King,
about
but
Sir
still,
King.
Sir King was still years after the B sector started. But that's what I was saying. Are you talking about from the beginning, or are you just talking about period?
Well, I mean,
I think
a
the only
year.
one I remember was kind of Tori
That's been
Allen.
a significant amount they've been around though. That's 4 years, 5 years.
Mm,
Because I remember Sir King when Bama was still around because he
yeah.
used to come. So that's they've been around a minute. They've been around a minute.
Okay, well, let me put it this way.
What about Anthony
Um,
McNeil?
in the B sector, there's not a lot of heterosexual men in the B sector, but from all the other sectors that have migrated over here, now we have a lot more who are hetero, but they're not B sector. They're like B sector adjacent.
Yeah,
And
they're not.
So,
there probably were some that were just subbies that weren't content
yeah, a
creators.
lot of subbies, I'm sure, but just not CCs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's another one named Anthony McNeil though. He's also definitely
I remember him, but
Is
not.
he like a
I
minister or
vaguely.
something?
no. He used
Okay.
to be over there with us with Bama.
I'm getting him mixed up with somebody. Isn't there a
I didn't really fuck around with Bama that tough back then. I didn't because they was.
yeah.
I wasn't fucking with that.
I was over there sometime.
Yeah, but may she rest in peace. May she rest in peace.
Oh.
Who?
Bama, didn't she pass away? Oh no, that's Lady
No.
P. My bad. My bad. My
Hey,
bad.
wait a minute now.
Girl,
That
wait a
was Lady
minute.
P. My bad. Oh
All right,
shit!
whoa, wait a minute.
I'm
Okay.
big man
That's how rumors
TV.
get started now.
I just did
Oh
a
my
big man
God.
TV. Oh my god, y'all! I just did a big man TV. My bad. My bad. I was thinking of Lady P. My bad.
Yeah, that was Lady P. Not
Yeah,
Bama
that's the
Girl
one I didn't
is
fuck with. I didn't
not
really
it's still
fuck with
alive.
the other lady.
Bama Girl is still
Yeah,
alive.
I
Bama Girl
fucked
But
around with
is still
Bama.
alive.
Yeah, I fucked with Bama. I didn't fuck around too much with Lady P. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
look,
yeah.
you just had Lemon killing off guy with the Teddy
I
Riley.
told that shit
Now
was
you
so
the
funny.
character.
That shit was so funny. He said he died, but Lady Sparkles just talked to him.
You know what? You funny.
Man, you know what? Have a good night.
Oh, oh.
Oh yeah,
Good
Mm-mm.
night, y'all.
okay. All right, y'all, because y'all know we can go all night.
Okay,
I
So
yeah.
know, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you
yeah.
know what? I like to chop it up with people about the past who were there at the same time.
Yeah.
That's because at least we know when we make a mistake, we can say, "Oh, that was nope, that was wrong," and then we can go on and move forward. But I just wanted to, because I keep hearing people say that there are no heterosexual males, and there definitely are. There's definitely
it's a
Anthony
bill.
McNeil, Mr. William, and now Big Rig, because Big Rig is new, but there are at
Yeah.
least three.
Yeah, shout out to Big Reeks. And
Yeah, yeah.
I'm about to head over there now. I'm about to drop his
Oh,
link. I dropped
he's still alive? Okay. All
he
right.
probably is. Let's see. Hold on, let me look. Yep, he's over there live. So let me drop his link.
Okay.
Yeah, drop the link. Or can you redirect? What you doing?
Girl, it only 10 people over here. It's 9. Well, I guess I still can do
And
it.
so what?
Look,
Redirect.
she like 10 people. Y'all can
The hook table done redirected 9 people to your chat.
look. Who's talking like it?
No,
Ain't but 9 of y'all. Walk your ass over there.
redirect. That would be fun. He'll be like, "What the hell? I love this. Hear what he gonna
Hold on,
say."
let me see. How do I never done it before. So
Oh, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know either.
hold on. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Okay, I gotta go to my what do I do, y'all? Like, okay, let's see.
He gonna be
Mm.
finished by the time you figure that.
Hold on. No, I'm gonna get it together. Okay, let's see. Go to
No, I want to hear what he gonna say because sometimes his
Oh, I
facial.
found it. Hold up. I found it. Hold up.
Okay.
All right, well, let me drop down in the chat so I can be redirected over there.
Me
Okay,
too.
so search videos from other channels. Oh, I found it. Oh shit. Okay. And then save. Is that all I gotta do? Let's see if it works, y'all. Let's see if it works. This is my first time doing a redirect. All right. We ain't there yet, y'all, but I think I'm about to do the redirect. So anyway, make sure you like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new here. Feel free to super chat, cash app your girl. Thank you so much. You guys, I love you guys. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.